Welcome to Shielded Tomorrow, everyone. Hailing frequencies are open. This is our Star Trek RPG show on GNS Live, and Gina was just informing me that once again they're rolling complications and failures over there in their test rolls for the game. So this is going to be on an episode entitled "The Battle for Narendra Station." You chose a hell of a day.
It's okay, Gina. I'm back. Thank you.
Yeah, last week.
Although I will say, can we just have Eric NPC me? Because apparently you rolled
that
very
worked
well.
out pretty well.
Yeah, this is how I got around it. This is how I get around it. I just go up to other people that are also competent and go, "Hey, do you want to do it? And I'll assist."
That's a pickup line.
You're using that to prop you up.
Someone's got to Sam Riegel this thing. All right, so hi everybody. we're back-ish. As you can see, we're actually down Hector. He got in contact with us last minute, and Hector's very sick. So please send your love to Hector is Funny on Twitter, because dude was not feeling well today. So we miss you, Hector. We're gonna sad to miss you this game. So before we jump into any further announcements, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this stuff out of the way because we got fan mail.
Yay!
So I'm gonna go ahead and open. We got two pieces here, so it's not gonna be too much. So let's go ahead and start this off. Paul, this is. Oh, I tore your back. Oh man, I'm sorry, Paul. I ripped your envelope and Suda. Okay. I hope you don't mind me reading this out loud, Paul. Eric, go to hell. Whoa.
No.
That's from us.
Oh.
Wrong letter.
It says, Dear Eric, it was a joy meeting you and throwing ideas around with you. Thanks for being so cool and for your candor. It meant the world to me. Cheers, sir. Oh, thanks, Paul. I'm guessing that was from WonderCon, yeah.
Eric's the coolest. That is all.
I met a lot of cool, dude. The Alpha Party was a lot of fun. I met some good folks.
Yes, it was.
I'm so sad I missed it.
Where are the photos from that? I haven't
it.
seen them.
Oh, they're all. You have
Facebook.
you have to buy them from me.
Dang it.
I know. I'm sorry. I should have warned you.
Good scam.
I didn't
Good
see on
scam.
Facebook.
Thanks. No,
there like
that's
a
what I do.
folder?
All right. So we had to get clever and block out the address. I hope I still remember who it's from. But look at this cool box.
Oh.
There wrote USS Sally Ride on it.
Oh,
Got our registry.
oh my gosh! Yay!
Our box is Starfleet approved.
Apparently.
Yeah, by the
So
Starfleet
there's a letter in here, yeah?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna read it first. Let's see if I have permission to read it. Oh, dude, it's in LCARS. That's rad.
Oh my god!
Hailing frequencies open. Okay, this is from Chris Sheets. It says, Hailing frequencies open. I've been following your show from the beginning and look forward to more adventures of the USS Sally Ride. I enjoy observing the mission of the crew every week. However, one small thing is missing from your broadcast, the obligatory beauty shots of your vessel. Uh-oh.
What? Why is it
I think in all Star Trek shows, oh my. The ship is a character as much of the crew. A small token of my appreciation, I've attempted to depict a 3D rendering of the USS Sally Ride with my limited modeling skills and a USS Voyager model kit. It was a pleasure to build in the detail, and hopefully you will all enjoy being able to look upon your starship as you boldly go further into adventures across the final frontier.
Open the box.
Regards, and Hailing frequencies closed. Chris Sheets, Chief Engineer. Decatur Fleet Yards, Earth. Live long and prosper.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
The build-up right now.
Hector's gonna be so sad he's missing this.
Yeah, come on.
I should do this what I do with
we should
Pumpy
have
when I reach
music.
the bag of treats and I just go, did you want? Okay, this is gonna, everyone's gonna start barking here in a second. Oh, wow! Oh,
You
my.
what? Come on. Whoa. Sorry, Mike.
Oh my gosh. Bubble
Just
wrap.
mute us. Save time. We're gonna scream. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Shit,
speaking.
y'all.
Whoa.
It's behind this. Come on!
It's behind the
I
amazing
gotta
bubble
do a
wrap.
reveal here. Holy shit.
Starfleet bubble wrap.
Oh my God, I see it.
Oh, that's so red. That's so beautiful.
Oh, it's. Oh,
Look at that.
can we hang
It says
it with?
USS Sally Ride.
Can we get some string and hang it and just have it like float in a circle around us and our face?
That's our shit.
That's our shit.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Ship it.
So now we all have to have a fight to the death to see who takes it home. Is that
Yeah,
how it
let's
works?
do that.
Even wrote the registry number on the shuttle bay doors back here.
Really?
Everything.
lose.
It's on the nacelles.
I would lose in a fight.
That's why Sam's taking you up on it.
Oh, my
maybe
goodness.
should have thought that through.
I know.
Wow.
I forfeit already.
This is
awesome.
amazing.
That's amazing.
Christian, this is beautiful
Yeah,
work. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
my
much.
gosh.
You did a
Thank you,
hell of a
Chief.
job on this.
Thank you. This is really, really.
It's
That
so,
is
every
something
time you
else.
lift it up, a little
Decay
tear
your shipyards.
happens.
Yeah. Wow.
Our crew, best crew.
Well, this is going to get a centerpiece on Behind the Shield, I think.
Yeah.
This is going to become a new
would think
centerpiece
so.
of Behind the Shield.
I would think so.
I'm sorry, I know we got to get to the game. I'm just kind of gawking over this thing. Thank you so,
It's so gorgeous.
much.
Can
look
it
at
sit
our,
on
look
the
at our
tables?
things, guys.
Yeah.
I'll pass this off to
Extra room this week.
Hector is the ship.
Hector is the ship this week. We're gonna put it.
Thank you
He is
so
married to the
much
ship.
for our ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Holly.
Yep.
Put his
remember that value.
a wifey.
Okay, so
Look at
like
that
here,
thing.
then
partner.
we'll like move.
Damn.
Right there.
Yeah,
Holly,
perfect.
that's
Oh,
pretty gorgeous. Can we have the ride on?
Yeah, we're gonna like showcase that for sure. It's okay.
You can rest it on my book.
Actually, let's put it on the. Let's keep it on the Behind the Shield thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's not really a stand for it, and then the cells are kind of. We need to like reinforce in the cells.
I just want to look at it though.
I know. Well, Pat, don't worry. We'll all.
I can see it.
Behind the show then.
I guess I have to. Oh, shucks.
Okay, my goodness. So let's go ahead and get to the last announcement before we jump into the game real quick. So, of course, we're having our giveaway as usual. Now, I'm going to go ahead and address something because the last couple of episodes have been ending at the last possible freaking second as we're trying to squeeze things out into the story. We have not been announcing the winners. Believe me, I know, because I go back and watch the chat and I see everyone go, and they did it again. That's all on me. Sorry, guys. I'm like pushing us to the last possible second. So we will get better at that. Devin, can you help me with that, Denova?
I have to also get the
Just scream at me or throw like a metal object at my face and.
Oh my God.
Whoa, what kind of
Whoa, now.
We got a doctor. We're fine. So let me go ahead and give you guys the giveaways this week are two T6 Bajoran interceptors for the PC. Those things are rad. They're one of the newest T6 ships to come out. Also, as always, thanks to our friends not only from Star Trek Online but now our friends from Modiphius, we're giving away 2 PDFs of the Star Trek Adventures core book.
Wow.
So you can go on your own adventures. This offer is open only to U.S. residents over 18. All anyone has to do to be considered is to stay active in the chat window. We'll pull the winners near the end of the show, and you can announce them when. Oh, I always read that part.
Wait.
And I will announce them before we sign off.
Disappointed.
I know.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Not except Rhode Island?
No, it doesn't say not except Rhode Island, so maybe it's
Rhode
hey, all
Island.
the love to you, Rhode Island.
you repented.
Rhode Island, stand up.
Rhode
You should be
Island.
proud of yourselves.
So you're saying there's a chance?
You gained momentum today, Rhode Island. Well done. Okay, so because we got a little bit of a long intro here, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off tonight. So if anybody has any super important announcements, otherwise I'm just going to launch into the game. Yeah.
Yeah, are we?
I have a quick one. It's that the Improvised Generation only has 3 more weeks. Sad face. Season 4. 3 more weeks. Season 4. So the other side of it is that we have 3 more shows. Yay! Happy days! 3 more shows of season 4. So YouTube, we've been putting them all up on YouTube. So go check out our episodes on YouTube. And if you have any LA friends or friends traveling, let them know to come check us out. That's it.
All right.
Oh, also, I got to see a Mars lander last week. That's all.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
we announced
you were
that. Everyone's
excessively
jealous. Amy is expressing the exact same expressions that they had last week.
If you want to
done,
see
Amy.
what my visit was like, then tomorrow, I believe tomorrow, on Nerdist YouTube, you can check out the video that we made.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing them work on that. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
it.
it'll be a Nerdist News edition,
Right on.
produced by Jesse Gill.
Right on.
It was very fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're so cool.
I'm all right.
If you go see Improvised Generation, they're rad.
Yeah.
They are.
Unless anybody else
Thank
has
you
any
for coming,
other
Amy.
announcements. Yes, Sam.
I'm excited!
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
I am.
All right.
It's a battle. It has battle in the name, you guys.
Did someone just? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We had table presents today, and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was something we were going to share during announcements or just for the fun of it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. No, let's
I
share
was
those real
wondering
quick.
about that.
Give us a few more seconds because we have a lot of really cool shit to share with y'all. Go ahead and do it. Let's go down the row. So we got new emotes for Twitch, you guys. Now I have heard that Shield of Tomorrow has the second most emotes right behind Critical Role. I'm just saying.
Well, now.
I'm just saying.
We're on to y'all.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just
Mighty
saying.
Nine.
Show us what you got. Show us what you got. Go down. Start with Gina. Let's go down the row real quick.
Roll first, and then
I'm in
use
a
the-
roll.
Oh, it was good.
Okay, wait.
Why would you test fate and do it again?
What? We
again.
tempt fate.
There we go.
It only took 3.
Three times the charm. So we now have an epic facepalm emote thanks to
that's
Gina
amazing.
and her rolling.
That's the complication.
And then
face
the
palm.
Complication phase.
The look that Amy makes when two people are getting romantic or someone's saying the word comics.
It's my shipping face.
You have another one though, don't you?
I assume this is for all of us, really, but I can't believe it even exists.
It's true. It is an Andorian tribble.
I'd like to think it's an honorary daring tribble.
By the way,
it's fine.
Bonnie, I don't know if you know this, but there is a cream soda emote.
What?
Yeah, I saw a cream soda emote on that list.
Amazing.
So it's out there somewhere. I know it.
We will find it.
This will stand in its place.
Yeah.
So that does not stop being cool. I love it.
Yeah. Do we have any more?
Made by Josh.
Yes.
Yes? Oh,
This
you
one.
got- Yeah.
for when
Oh, this is
you,
perfect. A classic, dude. Hector will appreciate that. A classic tricorder.
That's right.
That's right. This
Classic
is
series
It's
tricorder.
when you're like in chat and you're just like, I just feel like I need to make a scan about
Or when you
whatever
see
was happening.
Talon like blow a roll out of the water.
That's right. Do the science.
So what do you mean? Roll.
Yeah, when Talon rolls.
Anytime we science.
Now, Sam, help me understand yours, because I'm trying to.
I don't get it.
I'm trying to understand what the meaning is.
This is called a pencil.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
You see it in this emote
Right.
in its natural state.
Ah. Okay.
This is its preternatural,
It's normal. Okay.
abnormal state. Observe.
Borg.
Oh.
Nice.
I
snap
see.
it for
Yeah.
no
Okay, I
reason.
get it now.
Pencils are made to be broken.
There we go.
Now, was that the only one?
Same as the rules. What?
So
yeah.
I didn't know about this, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah, because Sam has become known throughout the office for the
hugs.
spine-popping hugs that they get.
Office and/or world.
Yeah.
I don't want to crush anybody, but also I love everybody.
All right.
Yeah. Just a quick before we went live, we realized that I'm the face palm and you're the hug, so together we're the face huggers.
Another crossover on Shield of Tomorrow. Dun dun dun.
a lot of
Lights in the
ships.
ship
This
go
might be
out.
my
Movement is
favorite.
detected in the air ducts.
This one's definitely the weirdest.
Oh no. Challenge accepted.
Weird is so far.
All right.
Get that shipping face right.
We got a Battle of Narendra Station episode on our hands tonight, so let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Shield of Tomorrow. Gina. You and Laura Bailey need to sit down and have a chat
What are you
about
saying?
testing your dice. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen anymore tonight. So the quickish recap. Narendra Station has once again become reached a boiling point. What was originally a kind of nice, goofy shore leave has eventually uncovered a conspiracy that has been taking place on Narendra since the station went online, in fact. Lots of things have been uncovered. Notably that Kargan is not the bad guy you thought he was. He's just a battle-hungry Klingon that doesn't want to be here. Under his nose, in his fervor to go to the front lines, he's kind of overlooked some administrative discrepancies that you have all begun to uncover. Particularly Janelle Rue, who kind of went off the map for a little bit in order to discover these in a very non-subtle way, invading the quartermaster's office after being tipped off by the Ferengi Brug that something was going down with the quartermaster. This, of course, led you all to a cargo hold where you were essentially ambushed by what you thought was going to be a weapon shipment, but it turned out, in fact, to be a tactical Borg drone that had been smuggled onto the station by a clueless Uridian who is now fully cooperating into the investigation. Deeper dives into what's going on, finding out where this Borg, this tactical drone came from. It was recovered somewhere in the Shackleton Expanse. You were given coordinates to the planet that supposedly this drone was found on. It was then handed off to a pack-led trader who handed it off to the Uridian, who brought it to Narendra to hand it off to the quartermaster, who is going to hand it off to the Romulans, who are taking orders from a woman named Sela.
Worst game of telephone ever.
This is why I have a corkboard.
Sela, apparently, now, a lot of y'all probably wouldn't actually be familiar with her, although it's possible that Janelle might or that Martinez might because of their rank. But what's been unveiled is that Sela is a major player in the Romulan Star Empire and is currently a division point inside its most secretive and brutal organization, the Tal Shiar. You found this out because a member of the Tal Shiar essentially showed up and Bond-villained and said, hey, here's what's going on, guys. I'm going to exposition, basically dumped everything on you, what's happening, claiming that the reason for doing so was because your investigation and their attempt to intercept and destroy this technology, you guys were about to clash. Your investigation was leading them towards Romulans, and since they're Romulans, they knew that they were going to be mischaracterized as the bad guys, so they jumped in and was like, hey guys, we're on your side. We're trying to stop this from happening too. Let's help each other out. And then he beamed off the ship with shields raised, to answer that question, which was kind of what the F. What's up?
Just a quick question because I forgot to clarify over the last week.
Yeah.
I wrote down Tolart. Am I spelling that right? Tolart?
No, his name is Sub-Commander Tulmet.
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 Had that way wrong, sorry.
Sub-Commander Tulmet.
Gosh darn it.
Tolart
This
is the
is
next
the
thing that
Romulan?
I need to do
Yes.
as my fan art trash.
Sub-Commander Tulmet is an agent of the Tal Shiar, and he's the one that made direct contact with you. Now, Starfleet, what you guys would just know from basic training about the Romulans is this was an extremely bold move, and Admiral Hebert does not trust it at all. She thinks that the information was probably solid, but that there's another play, because that's the Romulans. It's a play within a play within a play. They're always going to be looking for an advantage, and they are not friends of the Federation. They're not enemies either, but they ain't friends. And the Romulans, since build up to the Klingon War, have been unusually quiet, kind of keeping back and watching everything, until, of course, you guys encountered them here in the Shackleton Expanse. In a very bold move, in order to sort of nip it in the bud, as they say, Captain Martinez decided to pull a Janelle and beam the Admiral and the General of the Klingon forces here on Narendra directly to sickbay, where he passionately stated his case and presented evidence that they had both been played for fools and that shit was going down. Agent, your special agent, what's his full name? I don't remember his full name. I know his last name.
Forkin,
but what's his first name? I can't. I'm sorry, BJ.
His first name is Forkin, and his symbiont name is Cooner.
Oh, Cooner. That's right. Okay.
Cooner, yeah.
So, Agent Forkin Cooner has since gone to do his damage control in the station, but and was kind of instrumental in getting the Admiral to not freak the hell out when she was beamed against her will into the sick bay. But thanks to the quick talking of Captain Martinez has managed to calm both of them down, including the General. His successful social combat, as it were, talking down the General, has not only managed to get him to become less hostile, but actually believe everything that was being said and accept and wants to know what the hell is going on. So we start here in sickbay with the captain having just laid everything out, and General Kurgan, sorry, that's Highlander. General Kargan has relaxed and is listening now and wants to know who his enemies are.
and we're all there, right?
Everyone's there,
Same
and
stuff, yeah.
to just to move this along, Martinez spends the next few minutes basically filling him in on everything that's been going on now that he's listening about information you've uncovered. Of course, the Klingon, the quartermaster Chukai, has been unmasked as a member of the House of Duras and has been using Narendra Station as a waypoint to ship weapons, and now received this Borg tactical drone that he wants to deliver to the Romulans. House Duras has historically had ties to the Romulan Star Empire. However, that's not really well known. That's a dark secret kept by the Empire. However, the Federation is aware and has made known in the intelligence circuits that there is an alliance. They have not talked about the depth of that alliance, and they have not mentioned the massacre that took place that claimed Worf's father, for example. That was also part of that old alliance. And General Kargan is sitting there listening to the captain and nodding slowly. You're watching the facial expression on this Klingon change. I mean, Kargan is already kind of a bullheaded, your typical bullheaded, just battle-hungry Klingon. He kind of fulfills the stereotype a little bit, but he is keeping himself in check as he's nodding along to Martinez and beginning to snarl. Martinez is kind of walking back a few of his things as to not offend the general directly, because everything that Martinez is saying right now to this general is hinting at the general's incompetence in the administrative work that he's done for his people on Narendra. Chukai has been almost completely unchecked for 2 years, as the general has just been, take care of it. Like, he doesn't care. And it's starting to really show when Martinez is showing all the evidence and going into detail of how long the Chukai has been at this. As he's wrapping this up, you see the general glances over at the admiral, and the admiral, she's just sitting there just with a very severe look on her face. Also, the information that there is very likely more Borg tech somewhere on the station has been dropped on everybody. And Admiral Hebert says, "We don't know how many of your people have been compromised, or my people. At this point, we need to make sure they don't know we know, or he might move." And Martinez says, "Well, unfortunately, Admiral, we did secure the Borg drone, and so and then we destroyed it. So it's very likely that he's already aware that we're on his trail." Chukai opens his mouth to say something when all of you hear the soft groan of a Klingon coming to on the medical bed about 25 feet away. And Kargan turns and looks, and you see the hands of Tolash raising up on the medical bed and rubbing his face. And he says, he just lunges up, gets up, tears the cloth off. What are you doing?
I believe in the previous scene had sort of put myself between the general and him, and as soon as he shows sign of waking up, I would be going straight into lean over him, check on him mode. So okay. I'm right there in my suit.
I'm physically checking him.
You know how Wolverine wakes up from a nightmare? So what happens is Tolash's eyes come to and they kind of roll back and start to focus a little bit, and as y'all are all approaching the bed, he lunges up and rips the blanket off of him, revealing himself, but in full like warrior form. He like gets up, and the moment you lunge over there to try to restrain him, he has no strength. He does not offer any resistance at all. You getting in front of him, he looks at you for a second, and he begins to collapse immediately. Like his muscles begin to give out. And you catch him, and he catches you, and he looks at you and says, and then he glances over at everyone else and says, "If I saw only you, I would have thought it's Stovokor."
Oh. I haven't made it there yet, and neither have you. You fought well in battle, and you're recovering. Do that.
Where is the thing? What happened to it?
In incalculable pieces atomized across space.
What happened to me? You failed, Kargan says as he stomps over. And...
Excuse me, I need you not to approach my patient.
Kargan just flashes his front teeth at you and kind of raises his chin in that Klingon challenge sort of way. Like, I dare you to stop me. He kind of shoulders back And Tolosh looks at him and says, I failed? A Borg tactical drone made it onto your station under your command, General. If High Command knew about this, it would not be me who would be dishonored. And you see Kargan's face start to turn that darkened red color. And he just says, if you were at full strength, I would kill you. But I do not kill Quahom. And Kargan says, I can kill you now if I wanted to. And he starts to lean over.
Not in my sickbay, you will not!
And the Admiral says, I have to agree with the doctor. Can we all please do the Klingon thing later? And everyone turns and looks at her and says, and she continues, she says, we have an enemy. The House of Duras is loose on Narendra Station, and they're allied with the Romulan Star Empire. There is more Borg technology. There's greater glory to be had here than killing each other in the sickbay of a Federation starship. And both Klingons kind of, they give each other a look like this isn't over with, and Kargan folds his arms and just says, what is our play then?
We have to find Chukai, first of all. We couldn't pick him up on station sensors. We can't fight what we can't see.
Martinez says, Chief Wren,
Yep.
when those ensigns that turned out to be agents, Romulan agents, could you feel their presence in the cargo bay? You did not feel them leave.
To
answer your question.
They were there, and then they left, but I didn't feel them leave.
Right.
No,
Right.
which doesn't make any sense.
Okay. It just seems to me that the Romulans have been moving around on the station undetected for a while now, and if they might be using some kind of technology to keep Chukai hidden, I don't know.
What research do we have on the container that was containing the Borg? If Chief and I can figure out some kind of way to isolate something about it, we can maybe scan the entire station and figure out if there's anything that's similar in nature to figure out a way of the other Borg technology on board.
It's active cancellation, which means that it should have some kind of power signature of its own. If you can isolate
We can
that,
isolate
we can search for the
that.
power signature.
I believe Talon did ask for access to that so that she could scan it.
If I remember correctly, you did scan Narendra, and you were not
okay.
able to detect Chukai.
We haven't
But-
done a scan yet, I don't think.
Didn't you scan Narendra? I thought you did scan the station itself.
We did a preliminary look, but not like a Sally Ride sweep.
Okay.
And that was for him, not for the technology. Like, I'm talking
Right.
about if we need to isolate some kind of
signature of the container.
of the containers that are containing this Borg technology.
Something else is concealed the same way.
Even if it was giving out no signature at all with like a blank space, then we can just make a giant scan and find all the blank spaces.
Hebert turns to the General and says, General, I suggest you and I return to the station and notify only those who you absolutely trust. And Kargan says, I trust no one at this point, but I will see what could be done. And the Admiral nods and turns to you and says, it's best that we return to the station immediately in case he goes looking for us. If he detects that we're on board the USS Sally Ride, he might be tipped off that we know.
Do it.
Martinez just goes, Martinez to Shiv. Yes, Captain. We're going to need a site-to-site transport back to Narendra Station.
Captain and Commander, might I suggest we send a covert security team to perhaps just keep an eye on the Admiral and Commander?
Would you indulge us?
The Admiral says, I would not say no to that.
Good idea. Thank you. I'll send some of my people along with you.
Thank you. Good luck, and please keep me informed of everything, and I'll keep you updated on my moves as well.
Thank you, Admiral. General.
General, I hope that if we come out of this, you and I might, and then he just raises his hand. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We might be dead by the end of the day. He contacts, ding, ding, he says, Shaho! And then the Klingon beams himself out.
Usually like Klingons.
Martinez the Shiv, make that 1. The Admiral nods to all of you and begins to beam out. And Martinez says, okay. A quick refresher, and we don't need to change the alert status, but Sally Ride was, with her shields raised, at yellow alert. Martinez goes down to condition blue, as you guys are trying not to tip off the station right now. He turns to all of you and says, we need to find Shakai. We need to find him fast and quiet.
I think we have a ship full of people eminently qualified to do so.
Let's go looking for that Borg tech. Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get working. And you all file out into the research station, where you have full... Actually, you probably want to go to the bridge, where you have full access to the sensor suite. So as everyone's returning to the bridge, Tolosh is holding himself up weakly, but he doesn't look like he's making a move to follow.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there are a couple people leaving.
You might need clothes.
Tolosh is looking at you and he goes, why are you wearing that?
Just taking precautions.
Very well.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Good. Feel fine in a sitting position, please.
He just kind of mutters something, which you suspect in Klingon is some kind of playful and half-assed remark of, I hate doctors, as he does what you tell him to do. He lays back down in place and... Can you not give me a stimulant of some kind?
I'm gonna assume that medically it wouldn't make a great deal of sense to interfere with his healing process by administering a stimulant.
You make a roll. It's a difficulty 1.
All right.
Reason, medicine. 2 complications. Oh yeah. No.
Woohoo! Obtain all the information. Please.
No, that was a bad Kahoot, but it got rerolled.
That's good.
Focus apply?
Probably specific focuses. Is this emergency medicine?
No, xenobiology will totally cut King.
Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay.
Max
5
out.
successes.
All right.
Thank you.
It was a difficulty 1, so you guys juice up on momentum. So, Doctor, I mean, it would certainly clear his mind a little bit, but his body has recovered from being invaded by Borg nanites. Neurologically, it could damage him if you give him stimulants.
Yeah, and in general, I'm not sure about this, but my general impression is that, like, certain forms of mental stimulant give you the false impression that you are clear-headed, which can be useful, but not as useful as actually accurate feedback.
As a Klingon, he's going to probably recover pretty quick, but again, neurologically speaking, after having nanites cleared from your system, it's going to take his body a little while to remember how to respond to the signals from the brain.
But obtain information spend. How good is he to, like, walk around and do things? Like, how is he doing in that recovery process?
He's in bad shape.
Great, he's staying here.
He is in no shape. The nanites that have been cleared from his system have the lingering effects of what they did are still, they've caused enough damage. You were able to isolate them and get them out, but they have done, and again, like you were able to stop the assimilation process, but like Rue, it's very likely that there's dormant nanites in the system still. Except for, unlike Rue, these are newer. And so Rue's condition has proven that the EMP wave was successful because Rue hasn't had an episode necessarily, at least not a strong one.
Other than the nanites uncovering this first host that I apparently had, but which is fine.
Yeah, but the point is that Tolosh is still a little bit of a variable. He only just recovered from this, and it seems to have worked, but his body has been, he had to be resuscitated from death. He had been assimilated. Even a Klingon body can only take so much.
Yeah.
He is in no condition to get up and move around.
Didn't he also have extensive surgery to remove all the implants that were
He had organ surgery to remove implants.
He should take a nap.
He doesn't want to take a nap, though. He is Tolosh. He is Kolar.
I'll ask.
He wants to get up.
Many follow-up questions.
Okay.
But at another time.
Okay.
Well, Rue will ask those follow-up questions real damn soon, sitting here.
Yeah.
Are you following up to the bridge? Are you lingering? What are you doing?
I've been lingering up against the wall, keeping an eye on this conversation, trying to be discreet about not really overhearing it, but if Tolosh gets stubborn, then he's going to be reminded that he follows the doctor's orders right now. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just watching.
Okay.
Ready to move if I need to.
Okay. Tolosh doesn't seem to have the mental awareness to offer up much of a counter argument, and at this point, if a child walked into the room and pushed him, he would go right back down on the bed. He has no...
I would beat that child up so hard.
Finally, I can take a Klingon! Let's go!
Exactly. So...
What? I'll win. Sorry.
Thorlo's smile comes and goes. When she's facing Tolosh, she looks what she believes to be completely normal, and the expression is going pretty blank when she's walking the other direction.
Okay.
Is she now? Can I see what I can pick up?
From?
Because I've picked up a few things just of Thorlo avoiding me.
Insight Thorlo avoiding you?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That'll be a contested roll. The difficulty's at 1.
Yep.
It's a roll-off, essentially.
We can do it diegetically if you prefer. I just wanted to see what passively I know, given that I have meta information that you're telling us.
Okay. Fascinating.
How does this work?
Okay, so this is going to be a roll-off. So, Sam, Janelle is going to need to roll Insight Security. And Throlo, I'm going to let you roll Control... and either command or security. I'll let you pick.
I'm taking a momentum for cautious.
I am resisting, but I am not taking a third.
Okay.
2 successes.
What'd you get?
5 successes.
Okay, so Thorlo.
Resistance.
Thorlo's gonna have to be the one that's you, Amy. What am
I getting
avoiding
off of you without necessarily having a conversation with you yet?
I am a generally friendly person, and I'm not sure whether, the fact is I am avoiding you. I am also, in general, being, a little bit strange with everyone, so I'm not sure whether to say how much it seems clear to you that it is you specifically and not just a weirdness that is applying across the board here. But in situations where I ordinarily would stop or smile at you or make eye contact, none of that is happening.
distinct
and I'm
behavioral change?
Generally keeping objects in between us. I am treating this situation as if I am a threat, which I am isolating from you.
That's the money for
that might be too much, but that was 5 successes. I don't know.
Well, no. I mean, there's a difference between regarding me with fear and avoiding, which is something I can read, or regarding, like, a little protective about it. Those are different reads that I could conceivably.
In all honesty, in a situation like this at a gaming table, so long as it's not like a giveaway of meta knowledge, yeah. I'm totally down for you feeding whatever narrative information you want for the scene.
Because I think it makes sense. You've never seen me move tactically ever.
Yeah.
And so it's probably striking that I'm doing anything that looks like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. The end. Yeah. That was that.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Everything's fine.
Perfect. Okay. Then, if there's nothing else in the sick bay, we're going to cut to the bridge.
Give me my sick bay back.
Okay. Doors open as you all step onto the bridge out of the turbo lift. Martinez moves down towards the command chair. And Talon, you take your position over at the side station. Again, even though the bridge has been powered up now, it's still slightly darkened, like it's in its off hours mode. And of course, Sally Ride feels like, again, as Kirk put it, a house with all the children gone. So moving over to your command station, it does feel slightly lonely on the bridge. However, the moment you see the sensor displays pop up and you can see the great Shackleton Expanse surrounding you, Narendra Station, all these sensor readings and data come flowing in, it's like reconnecting. You've been on Narendra for a while and you haven't been in front of a science station scanning outwards. So it's kind of, I would say as a Vulcan, this is pleasing as it could be. So you see the data read come up in front of you.
All right.
You have the bridge.
Okay. Well,
this is going to be, you're going to scan Narendra Station for Borg tech, is that correct?
yes.
Okay, so
specifically for any type of power signature that seems out of place.
Okay.
So not where power signatures should be, like in panels and in rooms where they would normally be. And then also something kind of like what Lark said, where it's a power signature that's outputting but doesn't seem to have a purpose because it's canceling out its purpose, basically, or masking another.
So you're looking for a hole in the energy
a
signatures,
blank
basically.
space
Yeah.
of technology. So.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'd like to take one of these.
Do it.
Am I?
Would you like an
let's see.
assist? With,
No joke. Difficulty on this is 5.
Then I might.
would you like an assist?
Definitely want an assist.
Sally Ride sensors are reducing it
Chief,
to 4.
Jiv.
Wow. Okay, so
And
4.
Sally's rolling.
Sally's rolling.
I do have a sensors
The
focus on
Sally
this.
Ride sensors, advanced sensors, are reducing the difficulty to 4.
Okay.
Thank you, Sally.
Yeah.
Sally's the
You're wearing a
best.
bamofo mofo science.
You want to
vest.
roll for Sally and then
am
I'll
ro-
assist?
yeah.
All right. I'll assist. If you
Okay,
want.
great. Yeah. What are we rolling?
Okay, so for you, Talon, this is, of course, a reason science check.
I can do
Lark,
that.
I'm going to say this is going to be...
It's a techie thing. So engineering, like
I would say
bring-
how you're assisting, you're basically just monitoring the power levels on the sensors and fine-tuning it. So I'll say this is control engineering.
Sweet.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd like that. All right, so control engineering check. Difficulty is 5 reduced to 4 now. So go ahead and make your roll.
And what's Sally rolling? Do we know?
Doesn't matter.
Sensor science.
Oh man, that is painful.
One
Doesn't
success
matter.
for me.
Just kidding.
Oh really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
You got a
7.
Huh.
Kind of doesn't matter.
We all
Thanks a lot. I'm so glad you guys have confidence in me.
Listen, you get burned by a pot so many times, you expect the pot to burn
Oh,
you.
really? It's almost like they made a whole emote about the
It's
fact that
almost
I
like
roll
they made a
badly.
whole emote out of it. Okay.
So 1, 2,
5.
so 7 successes.
So we get that momentum
So we get
back, and we get
momentum
all of the obtained
Creeping
information
towards
in
the
the
record.
universe.
Okay.
We have infinite momentum.
So, Lark, again, watching the computer-like efficiency of the Vulcan mind triangulate these sensors.
So jealous.
And looking, Talon, the speed in which Talon is able to move and improvise when it comes to seeking out gaps in data and sniffing out clues where sensors are detecting certain readings, she is able to both pinpoint, adjust, discard, move to the next reading faster than anything you've seen. Talon is just gliding
Need your brain.
over the sensor suite and pinpoint, like,
No.
here's what you discover. You do in fact detect the presence of Borg technology on the station. It's Talon, what you get from it is it's almost like ghost readings. Like you found a trail of breadcrumbs where the energy signatures have been detected. They may or may not still be there. It doesn't look like it's multiple. It looks like it's one. So it's like you're picking up like the ghost after effect of where this which means that at some point during these particular moments where these energy signatures are lingering inside the Narendra station, that whatever that Borg tech is, that it has gone active at some point.
That's not good.
Over the past few weeks.
So, and this is different from the one that we already saw.
It's much weaker.
It's weaker.
Yeah. It's not like, so the original Borg detection was the drone itself, and that was like a flare gun. This one seems much weaker. And again, it's like...
Probably an arm.
It's like you're picking up its trail almost. And another way of putting it is you basically detect 4 locations where this tech has been or has been and is now.
Okay. Where is it?
They're all in the lower decks of the station, naturally.
Okay.
Which is mainly Klingon controlled. A few of them, one of them is the quartermaster's quarters. You're able to pinpoint it. One of them is just a random corridor. So you could probably scratch that one off the list. One of them is one of the quarters on the station. And one of them is just on one of the decks. But that deck is really close to the engineering core of the station.
Is there a way to detect... you said they're all weak, all 4 of these
Yeah,
signatures.
again, it's think of it like the best way I could think of describing it is after you look at a bright light and you look away and you can still see it and it fade away. It's kind of the same effect on the sensors.
Is there a way to tell which one, like, I want to find out which direction it might have moved in, so I want to see if there's one that's slightly newer than the rest or older than the rest.
There's really no way of telling. This is your free spend, I take it, for obtain information.
Yeah.
So now your scan was to detect any unusual energy signature. Okay, so I'll answer that first. It's even with Sally Ride's sensors in that role, it's difficult to detect which one is older than the others.
Okay.
However, you can, judging by the signatures that you get, you can sort of pinpoint a whereabouts it would still be if it was on the station still.
Okay.
So, and it all seems to sort of center around the lower decks and near the engineering section. Now, about the engineering section, you detect another power signature in the engineering section that is not consistent with previous scans of Narendra Station. It's not a hole, it's a completely new power signature. Very subtle, and it seems to be tied into the systems of Narendra itself.
I report this to everyone who's there, I guess.
Okay, Martinez folds his arm and says, can you detect what kind of signature it is?
I can certainly do a scan for that.
Okay, so you'll make another scan, and once again, the difficulty is going to be 5, reduced to 4.
I will assist. Sally.
Same roll.
Same roll? Okay.
We got this.
4.
1 for me. So 6. Boop. 6
Okay.
successes.
You're so good at the science.
I know, right?
Scanning.
As the data comes in, Lark, you're not entirely sure what it is you're reading. But Talon, it is a isolytic warhead
That doesn't sound good.
that has been
Don't like that word.
planted near the core of the station
Oh dear God.
and integrated into the system.
Oh dear Lord.
Like a dead man switch?
Do you want
Science
I have a
officer?
question.
Quote?
Yeah.
Was that what you're gonna say? Do you want?
Did you want to know what that was, or what would you like to ask?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. An isolytic warhead is a banned weapon from the Second Khitomer Accords. It is an illegal weapon. If you saw, essentially isolytic warheads are a subspace weapon, and when they detonate, they cause ruptures in subspace.
Ooh, that's not good.
If you saw Star Trek Insurrection, you saw them being used against the Enterprise in the battle in the Badlands.
Okay.
They essentially create giant rifts in space that pull ships in and rip them apart. It is a hair's breadth away from an artificial singularity.
Yikes.
It is an illegal weapon that was banned, and they are not allowed by any government because of how dangerous they are, the damage they do to subspace, and how unpredictable they are. There appears to be a bomb on Narendra Station, and it's tied close to the warp core. And it is being masked by multiple... It looks like it's tied into the systems, where it's being masked by a lot of different energy signatures. In fact, Talon, looking at this energy readout, you're certain that this would never have been detected had not an Intrepid-class starship scanned it. An Intrepid-class starship with a hell of a Vulcan science officer.
So it's very well hidden.
Yes, it's very well hidden.
Do I have any more questions?
You can burn momentum to ask more questions if you want.
Burn one, ask two.
And I think we had a bonus one still.
That gave us the dieback. Then we got the science officer question. And so now we would be doing
a momentum spend.
Momentum spend, because we went from 5 for the cautious back up to 6.
Actually, I thought there were 2 bonus ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there were two because it was a 5 down to 4. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have one for obtain information.
I only want to suggest, and Root will probably know to do this immediately, but how do we get in there and disarm it? So
I have an idea.
Who's protecting it?
Hold on. So your question is, how do we get in there and disarm it?
Well, I feel like that's more...
So is this an obtain information, or are you just asking them?
I'm putting it as a question to the group.
Okay.
This is not part of the role, because it's not a science question. It's
Okay, so at this point, then the science officer, Talon, has notified everybody that there is an illegal isolytic warhead that is embedded in the station, near the station's core.
Captain, I have an idea, or just a suggestion.
When everyone looks back at Martinez, he's staring at Talon, and as you say this to him, there's something unusual that you detect immediately when you're looking at Martinez, Lark. And when all of you realize that Martinez hasn't replied, it gets everyone's attention. Martinez looks like he is frozen, unblinking and staring straight at Talon like he was about to say something and froze like somebody hit the pause button.
Captain?
He does not react. His eyes do not blink.
What does he feel like?
Huh?
What does he feel like?
He does not feel like he's there. You do not feel the presence of Martinez in front of you.
Is it the same thing? Is it the same thing I felt with Talon?
No.
It's not.
It does not feel like the
The lack of signature, though.
Yeah, that is familiar. Let me put it this way. You're aware that Martinez is in front of you, but you don't feel his presence. It's almost like the best way I could think to describe this to you, Gina, is Mala is sensing that Martinez was in the middle of a thought, and it's like he went, okay, Talon, kind of like...
Whoa, creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
His brain pattern looks like it's stuck. And so as a result of that, you're not getting any emotional feelings from him, you're not getting a presence, but you are aware that Martinez is in front of you. It's not the same.
Is it like when Talon was looking out the window?
That's what I was asking.
That's what she's asking.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
sorry.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So
That felt like somebody had been removed completely.
So it's not that he has a lack of emotional, like, exporting from his body. It's just that it's stuck in one signature?
Yes, it's almost like he is just frozen.
Okay.
Captain.
Instant Sage to Dr. Throllo.
Yes? Sage? Are you alright?
I'm fine. I think there's something wrong with the doctor. Sorry, I think I definitely stepped out of place. But
You mean the captain?
the captain. Sorry, the captain. Sorry.
She shares to Captain Martinez.
Nothing. No reply.
Doctor.
You guys actually don't even hear the communication chirp on Martinez.
Okay.
What?
She shares to Captain Martinez?
Can I do a scan on him?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I want to see if he's human. Is this a replacement?
Go ahead and scan. Difficulty is 3.
When did this happen?
You pull a tricorder out from the science station. All right, go ahead.
Captain.
Bring out the tricorder remotes.
You finally arrived, kids.
Yeah.
The crew started cannibalizing each other with paranoia, and it wasn't even me.
I'm specifically scanning for just
everything.
Yeah, like
it's a scan. I mean, you're just trying to get information. So you pull out the tricorder. Go ahead and make the scan. Difficulty is 3.
And recent science, or
what's that?
What am I rolling?
It's the Talon roll.
Okay.
It's a reason science
Do the
scan.
science, Talon. Do the science. Oh, we took
Are you scanning with your tricorder?
Yeah.
4. I'm rolling real good today.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Sam's like,
Don't you
say that. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry.
Dice gods.
No.
They can't know. They're vengeful.
As you're scanning Martinez, and first of all, you detect his life patterns. Everything has literally just he's not dead, but they've almost like everything inside of Martinez's cellular structure. Everything has frozen. But that's not what really draws your attention. Is all the chronoton particles that have built up around him.
Brack.
What is that?
Chronoton particles take
Has to
place
do
when
with
there's a
time,
temporal
I know.
displacement.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
And you sense Martinez is literally frozen in a single moment. Time around Martinez has completely stopped.
Oh my goodness.
Is it? Are we able? Is it something that could contaminate the space or us?
You would need to let's roll another scan. I'm going to put the difficulty at that one at 4.
Can I assist?
It depends. If you want to use the tricorder, or you can actually use Sally Ride for this because you're trying to figure out general space if it's affecting the ship.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say to everyone, step away. I need to check for contamination of chromaton particles.
And I can help.
I need a meanwhile,
Sally
but tell
can
me
help.
when it happens.
Yeah, we're in a
Sally's
sick
gonna
bay
help.
having a panic together
Yeah.
meanwhile.
I'm taking another one of these.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Already a possible force field?
yes.
Yeah.
Go
can
ahead
we do
and make a roll. The
Yeah.
difficulty here is-
contamination field around
It's
him.
4, but it's going to be
Force
reduced to
field
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I assist? Am I
Yes,
assisting?
please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Crit.
Reroll. Okay.
That's what you get. Talking tough. Okay.
Okay. 5.
6, 7 over here.
Okay.
We have 8 successes.
I'm pretty sure 8 ties for the most we've ever had.
I think we've had like a
Have we had
9.
nine?
We've had 9.
It's either 8 or 9. It's either 9. Shield of Tomorrow stats will know.
We've gotten 8
Shield Tomorrow stats is
multiple
always on top of
times.
this stuff.
I think 9 is the
I think
record.
9
I don't
is
think
it.
Dude
we've
is
hit a
always on
10
top
yet.
of it. Okay. So Talon, I'm going to give you some base information, and you can start obtain information if you want.
Okay.
All that momentum.
There are multiple. What you're detecting, your scans begin to lead you out, not just from the Sally Ride, but across Narendra. It looks like there are multiple that have only just developed in the past 2 minutes. Multiple blots of temporal displacements and chronoton particles that have kind of popped into existence on Narendra and the Sally Ride.
Oh my gosh.
Question.
If you have any obtained information, but yes, you are detecting this. It's almost like pockmarked all over the place. Your scans are detecting it all over the place. Some of them have centered on people. Some of them have literally frozen technology in its place.
Okay.
You're getting a pretty good idea that it looks like it's random.
Our shields have been down.
Correct.
So I want to know, is there any type of shielding for this?
There is, but the Sally Ride would have to be modded for it.
Okay, so it's not something we could
I can help.
Well,
I mean, maybe-
it's an undertaking to mod your shields
That
to.
would be like a whole like ship upgrade type thing, right? Yeah.
The deflector dish is particularly helpful in situations like this. But again, this has just happened. It literally just happened 2 minutes ago.
Okay. Great.
Because the last scan did not show any of these particles that you did on Narendra. None of these particles existed before you scanned last time.
Is there any? Oh man. Oh, I have another question.
Yeah.
Is there any way to? I know we're searching on the ship's scanner sensors, right?
I'm assuming you're on the ship's sensors, and I'm assuming you're scanning pretty much everything that there is to scan.
What I want to know is, are we able to use our tricorders or even mod them in some way quickly that can at least detect them so we can avoid them?
Yes, you can detect. Yeah, all you have to
can
do.
with
Yeah,
this-
that's an easy mod to make to tricorders to detect chronoton particles. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm going to tell this to the room and also bridge to Dr. Thurlow.
So the meanwhile would have been
You're getting on the turbo lift.
sort of. Essentially, after I got Sage's message and did my unsuccessful attempts to reach the captain, I scooped up my doctor bag. That's the official term. Med kit, probably.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Bag better.
And I was at the threshold of sickbay before I knew what I was doing, and then I kind of got stuck in the doorway.
All right.
Because of your suit.
Emotionally or physically?
Emotionally.
Okay.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you just couldn't get out in the containment suit. And you're like, dang it.
Gotta go sideways.
The metaphor is so literal.
And then, I don't know if anything happens during that fraction of a moment, but if not,
I come up behind and just... You're not gonna hurt anybody. We need you to save the captain. Find out what's going on. Let's go.
I look... That look you have when someone just responded to something you know you didn't say out loud? Of course, on my way.
Come on, let's go.
And we leave. Okay, and it's probably around the time you finished with your scans, and
Okay, bridge to Dr. Throlo.
Dr. Thorlo, Shashira's here. What's happening?
I need you to stop walking right now and listen carefully.
Stopping.
Take out your tricorder. And how do you want to do
Scan for
them?
chromaton particles.
Yes, correct. Begin scanning for chromaton particles and do not cease every step you take.
Chromaton particles.
I believe that the captain has been caught in some type of group of pocket of chromaton particles, and we're sensing them in the space around the ship and on the ship as well, and the station.
All right, so go ahead and make your scan if you're going to.
I have completely resisted the ability to say the captain has come unstuck in time.
All right, so go ahead and make your scan. It's a reason science. This is a. Yeah, it has to be reason science.
Okay, this is me scanning the hallway.
It's difficulty 2.
You know that grab for the check that's not really genuine?
Mm-hmm.
That's Rue about to pick up the recorder, be like, nah.
No.
You're leaving the danger sensing to me.
In the science?
Ooh. That works out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Y'all are
successes.
momentum batteries today, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do not, your tricorder does not pick up. However, there are chromaton particles on the deck. They're not concentrated, but your tricorder is detecting them. It almost looks like a splash effect took place. They are currently frozen in time.
A splash has a point of origin.
Yes. Judging from the way it looks on your tricorder scan down here on the deck, it does resemble from these particles the way they've kind of dispersed throughout the Sally Ride and the decks above and below you. It looks like a splash effect.
What would they triangulate to? I know we're on the same deck with the research lab.
You're going to need a lot more than a tricorder
Okay.
to figure that out.
Okay. Lieutenant Commander, thank you for the warning. Our path is clear, but I'm finding chromaton particles all over this deck. It seems like a splash pattern.
Splash pattern. Can you triangulate the origin?
I don't think I have enough information. But maybe you can from the bridge.
Working on it.
On our way.
Yes. Okay. I'd like to do that.
Okay.
And I twist this, and so it's Sally.
It's another reason science roll.
Yep.
It's a reason science roll with the
Can
assist.
I do my energy thing that I did?
Yeah.
Cool.
Reason science roll difficulty is going to be 5 reduced to 4.
Okay.
Throwing the heavy numbers at you this game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Sensors focus?
Yes, absolutely.
4.
6 total.
Okay.
We get the moment.
I forgot to even spend it that time. I'm getting cocky.
Talon, the epicenter, what your sensors detect is that it just happened. The epicenter, apparently, the engineering section around that weapon on Narendra Station.
The bomb.
Yes, it would appear that the sensor scan.
bomb.
It would appear that the sensor scan, along with it would appear that the sensor scan, along with the nature of the weapon itself, along with perhaps the nature of the Shackleton Expanse and all of those bizarre anomalies that exist in space, seem to have some kind of effect, and literally had a rupturing effect.
What?
Near that particular, and you're detecting
the bomb?
What's that? It didn't
just panicking.
The bomb doesn't. You can't really tell if the bomb's been triggered or not, but apparently a combination of simply scanning that bomb and the nature of the bomb itself, if it did activate, whatever happened, that scan somehow set off a splash effect of chromaton particles that the Shackleton Expanse, the bizarre nature of the spatial anomalies in the Shackleton Expanse, it's almost like for a brief second in time, one of them formed and then shattered inside Narendra Station.
Oh my gosh.
Centered around that bomb.
This is great.
Narendra Station currently is now a minefield of chronoton particles.
So interesting.
Everyone, give me your tricorders right now.
Yep.
It means that what you imagine is happening on Narendra Station right now is that half the station just froze in time.
Yeah.
And the other half of the station is going, WTF? What the hell just happened?
So
Okay.
we have to get down there.
Yeah.
But with everything that's going on, also, we don't know who we can trust and who we can't trust. I had an idea
That
before.
includes the people on Sally Ride?
No,
right?
no. But what I'm saying is, Starfleet, Klingons,
Yeah.
we don't know who we can trust. The idea I had before the captain froze, I guess captain, is that, well, because she's the highest ranking officer now.
whenever we arrive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are, but they're not on
I'm
the
not in the
bridge.
scene yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess they still would be.
But they're on the ship.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Rue is definitely the ranking officer.
Right, that's
But
what I meant.
On the bridge, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The idea that I had was for us to get in contact with Linzatis and disguise ourselves as civilians and get down there so they wouldn't suspect Starfleet. Now I have no idea what we should do.
Well,
And at about that point, the doors open on bridge, and Throlo comes stepping out with Janelle Rue, the commander.
What have we got?
Commander, we have located an isolytic bomb. Was it?
Isolytic warhead.
Isolytic warhead near engineering on Narendra Station.
Including 4 Borg technology specific.
Yes, fading signatures from in 4 different spots that seem to point towards another Borg technology that was on Narendra Station. Furthermore, the captain, as you see, seems to be frozen and trapped in some type of pocket of chronoton particles. We believe, and we have seen, that there is contamination of chronoton particles all over the station and the ship and the surrounding space that may have been triggered by our scanning of the isolytic warhead.
I'm approaching.
He makes terrible statuary.
Martinez is literally just like in mid-sentence. Angled up at the science station.
After you say all that, I just walk up. Give me your tricorders.
All right, first thing we do, no more scans.
You doctor?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I want to reprogram them to go off like a metal detector.
Like a beacon?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're okay, that's easy.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
a Geiger counter for chronotons.
Yeah, I want to basically walk around the ship, and if we get near, which is beep, 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 okay.
And whatever you do to them, we should send it to the station
Yeah.
and to the rest of Sally Ride.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That was my second. I wanted to program everyone else's on the Sally Ride to do the same with like a warning of avoid.
That's gonna be a
That's a different role, which is why I'm doing this role first. So
I was gonna say
ours
that's
are
gonna be
good.
pretty time consuming to get that part done.
Well,
However,
what I'm saying
I'm
is
at the station. Can't I just program everyone's tricorders to do the same thing?
you
on
would
the
need
Sally Ride?
everyone's individual tricorders to reprogram them.
Is there not an override?
So
No, send a memo. Send a memo. They can program it.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'm angry.
if you are programming everybody's tricorders, that's no problem. But programming any more tricorders, that's not. You can't do that remotely. You have to do that individually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you can. What I was saying is, you should send the information to the rest of the Sally Ride and to the station. There's enough engineers available to, because it's an easy program to just
Put that thing on GitHub.
Yeah.
basically post that on Reddit.
I'm gonna send it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it on the board in the hallway.
Okay, so one thing
Yeah.
at a time. So right now you're going,
Yeah.
you're taking all of these tricorders and starting to reprogram.
Ours
them.
first.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to take a few minutes.
You will have to explain to me why you're taking my tricorder as I'm trying to check the captain's vital signs.
We've done it. We've done it. Give me after.
Take a different one.
No
the-
time.
The doors to the bridge open again, and Jiv steps out and goes, "What the hell is going on?"
Stand right there. Do not make a move.
There are chronoton particles all
Check me
over
your-
the ship, caused by an isolytic warhead in the engineering core of Narendra Station. It's a party. We're going to trip into chronotons wherever we go. Do you want to help Mala Ren reprogram the tricorders?
I do. And
Thank
he
you.
tosses it to you.
Thank you.
It says, "Chronoton particles? How did that happen?"
That kind of day.
It may have happened because we located an isolytic warhead near engineering on the Narendra Station, and when we scanned it, I believe this. Perhaps it was a chronoton shield of some kind. I still have not figured out why there would be chronoton particles involved in this. But it seemed to have triggered this contamination.
Any thoughts you could conceivably have, I'll inform Admiral Hebert while you're working on those tricorders.
Okay. And Commander, we should really get down there and assess the situation and also secure the Borg technology, because this would be a perfect distraction for whoever's smuggling it to take it.
And we also need to make sure that that isolytic bomb is disengaged as soon as possible.
Do we know anything about the kind of switch or activation mechanism on it?
I can look into it.
Do so.
I thought those were illegal.
They are.
They're very illegal.
So's Borg tech. Somebody is in a whole lot of trouble, and I intend to deliver it presently.
Well, no one can go anywhere until I get these things done, so let's do it.
Commander, with your permission, can I contact Lynn Zadis and
if you spin that momentum, I'll let
be
you
aware of the
just say
situation?
We did it.
There's not many people that we can trust on the station, but I do believe we can trust him.
You can do that with momentum. You just
Yes. Thank you.
He catches it and opens it up and says, "Yeah, that'll do." I'm only detecting it here on the bridge. Wow, the captain walked right into that. We better make sure we don't.
Commander.
Sending out message.
Good news is maybe some of their people walked into it. You know what I mean?
It was a
Jib
random
just-
splash pattern. Maybe they got caught up. Doesn't appear to be intentional since we apparently triggered it. If Lynn Zadis isn't caught in one of these chronoton traps, let him know to keep his head down and stay out of sight. He's a civilian now, Sage.
That's what I mean. I meant we should, if we try and get down there, we shouldn't go as Starfleet. Maybe we should disguise ourselves as civilians so we don't raise any red flags.
There is no mistaking me anywhere.
Same for me.
Don't worry, Commander. I already informed Lynn to stay out of sight and away from danger.
But does he know about the particles?
No, but if he was confined to his room,
We just have to hope and try to resolve this whole situation as quickly as we can. That means making our preparations to make a move on the engineering core. That is clearly imminent. I need to get through and exposit to Admiral Hebert.
And Eric, I'd like to declare one action while this is happening. I'm sort of listening to all of this. I detach one of my pips and using my modified tricorder to make sure I'm at safe distance, very slowly toss it into space about 2 inches to the right of Martinez's body. What happens?
That. It freezes midair right next to his head and lingers. Doesn't move at all.
I've thrown it in such a way that it will not hit him if motion resumes.
It's going right.
Oh, that would have been perfect. That's going to be so good when he comes back.
Does the time lock conserve momentum?
Oh, it might just drop.
Remember when I said momentum battery? Cool. We just need to find a way to mount Martinez up onto our backs like a backpack and just carry him around with us.
Having been a backpack, I don't know. All right.
Okay. That was it. You were talking to the Admiral.
Okay.
That's what happened in the background.
As you chirp in, you hear Admiral Hebert say, "This is the Admiral. Go ahead, Commander."
There's apparently an isolytic warhead attached to the engineering core of Narendra Station by some unknown means. Scans of it produced a chronoton splash that have caught people in pockets of time lock, including our captain.
We've detected the chronoton particles because we've had some personnel immobilized. I did not know about the warhead.
We're preparing to move in on it.
That is your top priority.
Yeah.
Drop what you're doing and get down there now.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to alert station staff. Whatever happens, I think that this event is going to cause Chakai to make his move. Your secondary objective is to find Chakai, and if you must, eliminate him. He is a danger to everyone on Narendra Station. If you can capture him alive, that is a priority. But if he leaves you no other choice, you are under orders to stop him from killing everyone on board Narendra Station. And you cannot let Borg technology fall into the hands of the Tal Shiar.
I absolutely will not, Admiral. Will you be informing the General? Will he be joining us on this mission? Or any of his men?
We'll see.
Please keep me informed, sir.
I will.
Thank
Ever
you.
out.
Rue out.
Jiv goes, well, we're back to killing again.
Not killing. Saving people from dying.
You know what? I actually, in this case, yeah. If that isolated weapon goes off, Narendra will be completely folded into like a sandwich and sucked into subspace and destroyed instantly.
So would the Sally Ride.
Yeah.
Everybody here is gonna die if we don't stop that thing.
I don't know about you, but I like existing, so I'll keep a live feed up. We go down, and if I can't feel anybody, at least maybe I can see them coming.
Yes, I'll only be taking volunteers on this mission. I won't begrudge anyone for hanging back on the ship and keeping an eye on our captain. But we need to move, and we need to move now. Shiv, I assume it's not safe to use transporters around this kind of nonsense.
No, you can beam into an area, just don't get too close to the chronoton particles. If you beam into an area that's got chronotons and one of you gets trapped of it, then a third of your body will be stuck in time forever while the rest of you ain't.
All right.
That could
I'll
be
walk.
bad.
So why don't we scan for a safe landing place as near to the engineering core as we can?
But not near the warhead. Don't scan that again.
Actually, in all honesty, Commander, it might be more pinpoint precision if you let me and Mala beam you. Because if you take a shuttle, you're going to have to navigate a field of chronoton particles.
Oh, absolutely. I rely on your expertise and that of the chief.
Yeah.
We can do this.
All right.
Yeah.
The team will head down to the transporter pod. Who's with me?
I am. First, I would like to spend a momentum to just do a quick download of any information on isolated weaponry and disengaging of it.
You want to spend momentum for that?
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell me as the scene is going. I could see Talon
So
doing that.
I download some info from the internet.
Yeah, I won't let you make it. Yeah,
Okay.
basically, you Google isolated weapons. Go to the Star Trek wiki.
How to disarm.
Okay. So, as you finish downloading the information, you plug it into your tricorder. So we've got Talon, we got Janelle.
I'm coming with two.
Okay, cool.
It's near the warp core. If I know one thing, it's how to keep a warp core safe.
I could be your eyes back here.
Excellent. Sage?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Sage, come with.
Okay. And
We could use
while
you.
we're there, maybe I'll keep an eye out for those 4 Borg anomalies as well. See if we can maybe pinpoint those and get those secure with personnel that we can trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good idea.
Keep hearing what Mala just said about trying to save lives, and I sort of awkwardly step forward with my med kit, and it looks like I'm about to say something, and then I don't, but I'm standing there.
If you have a responsibility to your patient, doctor, and to the one in sick bay, then naturally I wouldn't interfere with your obligations. But it's always useful to have someone along. It's up to you. I defer to your sense of medical ethics.
Jiv looks at you and says, don't know what you're going to run into down there, but I don't think Tolosh or Kolar, or whatever his name is going anywhere.
Better not.
Death glare at Shiv from Rue.
Okay. What?
I'm trying to give her out.
Let's go.
I'll keep you posted if anything changes here.
Thank you, Shiv.
All right.
Grab what you need. If everyone's ready, make your way down to the transporter room.
Okay. Everyone grabs their equipment, tricorders, phasers, everything you guys got to get.
Extra toolkit.
Natasha, you do not let him move. You beam me back here the second he tries to get out of that bed.
Okay. Montazi's like, I will make sure, Doctor. If he becomes a problem, I'll simply put the EMH on him.
Watch for the left hook, I say, into Throllo's combat.
Okay. And Montazi says, oh no, I can absolutely render him unconscious with my bare hands if I need to.
No, his hand-to-hand is...
He's also, I could take him at this point, so let's just...
You say that one out loud.
Yeah. Oh, nope. That was a Bonnie. Not a Sage.
That was a Bonnie.
That was a Bonnie, not a Sage.
That could well have been a Sage.
Whoopsie doodle. Yeah.
All right.
Should we?
It was a Sage. We'll just say it was a Sage.
Should we wear some type of stealth?
Yeah,
Because people will recognize us as Starfleet, but maybe we should also be a little bit more stealth if we're trying to disarm a bomb and get past any security that might be around the bomb.
Don't really have, if you were Dominion, I'd say you could cloak. But as Federations, you're kind of just
There's no
I feel
disguising
like
us
maybe
if we're
the
known
doctor
quantity.
should
just not wearing.
hazmat.
Just not wearing our
Uniforms?
just not wearing our uniforms. Like maybe wearing a black T-shirt.
Wait,
I don't
that's
know.
a good moment though. That's that.
I almost feel like we should be dressed as civilians. I know everyone will most likely recognize Commander Rue,
But
and
we'll be a tiny bit less
GM is going to ask y'all, what are you trying to accomplish? Because if you're trying to just sneak in and stop this bomb, it's not going to matter what you wear. But if you guys are trying to talk your way out of situations, or if the goal is to sort of stealth your way
be as
to the problem and then stop it,
inconspicuous as possible.
Because there's going to be guards, there's going to be, we can punch them out and stuff, but sometimes that's not going to be an immediate option, so...
That's true.
And we also don't know who to trust.
Also keep in mind that not everybody is pro Duras down there. It's been made very obvious to you guys that he's got agents that side with him that might be in sensitive areas, but
And
the House of Duras is not a
fair,
beloved house.
As far as anyone's concerned, we're just investigating chronoton particles. Hence, maybe why you're wearing that.
It's up to you guys. Either way, we can work with it. And
Why don't we
either way, it'll be
split the
helpful.
difference, crew? Everybody's going to recognize me just fine, so if we need an appeal to Starfleet Authority, I'm there. Everyone else can be civilians if you think that'll help you get under the radar a little better.
I will.
All right.
I'm already
And
ready.
conveniently, you've now arrived. Diegetic reason for the black uniform. I love it.
Oh, go ahead.
Go.
I was like, I'm going to be dressed civilian as well because I don't have time to redo my hair, and my hair is still really nice for my date.
So many
And
pins.
I don't have time to put it up in
D-pin?
Starfleet protocol dress code. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So civilian would make
Regulation.
sense anyway. Regulation.
So as everyone's gathering their equipment and what's up?
Yeah.
Really quickly changing.
So the what's going through my head, and I don't know how to in character this, is that it will be weird. I'm walking around in a hazmat suit, and I am the world's first green Andorian. So that is not super inconspicuous. But also, if one of you all get hurt on this mission, I will never forgive myself ever until I die. So,
Is there a way to replicate blue makeup?
Well, yes, you can replicate.
I have an idea.
Really quick.
Time we do not have. We have to get to the big time bomb.
you're smearing it on the suit, and I'm like, I appreciate this, but
Lark's urge to want to be helpful in every possible aspect of everything.
you multi-class like crazy. It's amazing.
Is everyone hydrated?
She
Can I
went jack
replicate
of all
some
trades
water?
because she's a bard.
Yay!
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be useful.
Well,
I have to trim my nails before we go. Just kidding.
Okay. Maybe the blue makeup was not a good idea.
Make it canon that you throw a little blue makeup on the suit before we
Sure. I was like, oh, you have to take it off first. Okay, let's just go.
Thank you.
it's up.
Question for whichever of you. How much does that hazmat suit interfere with fine motor involvement? Like if you had to treat someone?
You could do, I'll tell you straight up, you could do basic treatment, but if you had to perform anything precision, it's not going to work.
How quickly can I take the suit off?
Well, you can remove the gloves pretty quickly if you need to.
Great.
Good. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's literally just gloves come off.
Then I'm fine and ready for us to roll out.
Okay. You guys step up onto the transporter pad, grabbing up all your things. Jiv gets behind the controls, and
I stay in uniform.
okay. Jiv gets behind the controls and just says,
Represent.
"Good luck.
Thanks.
I'm going to be beaming you to one of the lower decks."
All right, keep an eye on us.
Jiv would like to spend a momentum.
Spend it.
That's cool.
Everyone's got their comm badge pocketed who isn't in.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Still got our
Uniform.
comm badge.
Yeah.
Am I still helping? Or Sally?
No, Sally can assist.
We have
Yeah. So Sally is going to be rolling.
How? The fuck's wrong with that? Not me.
Computer science?
No, this would be computers engineering.
Okay.
Difficulty is 3. What'd you get? You're fine. Shiv got 3 successes.
One of us did not beam into a freeze point.
Hey, at least it wasn't a 20.
The computer system on the Sally Ride is going, did you see that our captain's frozen? Oh, wait, did you need something? Oh, I'm sorry. So, Shiv... Again, the blue curtain of light as you all are beamed onto the Narendra station. It's kind of jarring because you leave that bright transporter pad and now find yourself standing in a darkened corridor in the lower decks of Narendra station. You're about 1 deck above the engineering section, and the first thing that greets you as you beam on are 3 Klingons standing around. There looks like. What it becomes apparent as you beam in is that 2 of these Klingons are standing in front of one that is frozen in mid-laugh. Head thrown back, mouth wide open, and you arrive just in time to see one of the Klingons reaching out to his friend. They stop and look at you.
Chronoton disruption, it's been happening all over the station. Were the nerds invited to figure out the cause? We'll be heading through this way. Be very careful where you step. I would honestly just stay there if I were you. Move on, let's go.
When Klingon looks at the other, what is nerd?
It's a compliment.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
They don't seem to react. These 2 look a little confused, but as you say that, he does kind of pull his hand away and kind of... You leave them to it.
He's gonna go. He's gonna get stuck.
Can we scan this area?
Okay, go ahead and make
Oh yeah, we have our metal detector.
Count our Geiger.
Yeah. Do we all have to scan for that?
If whoever wants to roll can totally make a roll.
Let's do the science.
We still have to roll?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that the point of why they beep when you're near?
No, the point is to give you the option to roll.
So we're going to be checking for traps every 2 minutes.
So that means
dungeon crawl.
I am not going to drag the game down.
That's why I did it, because I was like, I didn't want to have to stop and roll every time we moved.
No, but
Stop, drop, and roll.
So
you can scan a whole hallway.
So the options are that I will let you scan, or if you want to spend 1 momentum, I will give it to you.
I mean, well, what's the difficulty?
Yeah.
The difficulty is going to be 2.
Oh, because I was going to say, do we all have to scan, or just one of us can scan and be like, hallway clear, you know?
Well, one of you can scan, or you could literally quadruple your chances, and all of you could scan.
And all of the chances of complications.
So let's just all roll. We can do
Let's
it.
go.
What are we rolling?
For complication.
The odds of you guys failing, the odds of y'all failing this are very, very low. But
What are we
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
what's
Roll
that?
so we get our momentum back, and then we'll be clear on this hallway.
All right, should I take one of these?
Sure.
Do it.
Because
What?
Ideally,
Are we
I will
all
be
rolling,
hitting
or just
things soon.
Talon?
So just so you know, this is going to be just a roll on this deck. So
Yeah.
once, if you succeed on this roll, you're going to get an idea of where to walk and where not to walk.
Right.
Great, yeah.
So the difficulty is 2, and it is a reason science check.
Okay.
I can in no way
Okay.
justify we're doing this.
You can, if you want, assist Talon in this roll
Sure.
instead of rolling for
Assist?
yourself.
Sure.
Yes. Difficulty is 2. 3 successes.
4 successes.
Okay, so to your point, Bonnie, if you want, you can use Talon as sort of like your flashlight.
Yeah. It's like,
You're
do
a
the
detector.
science. Do the science.
Okay.
I'll
Talon,
help by telling you to do the science.
the chronoton particles that have splattered all over the place, they are much more intense down here. Clearly, you're near the focal point. However, it looks like a lot of them are actually embedded in like the walls. They are kind of existing in and out of the present linear time. So they're able to interact with matter in a way that's not typical of particles, like chronotons do. So these particles, some of them are in the ceiling, some of them are on the floor. None of them are really going to affect you guys. However, you are detecting that because these particles have entered into a lot of the computer systems down here, that everything around you is in a state of flux. So as you're getting closer into the turbo lifts areas, you're seeing flickering lights as some of the panels are not functioning.
Because some of the power supplies are frozen.
Yeah.
So like things have to be like diverted. And
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
What deck are we on?
lower?
Are we on the same one?
What's that?
No.
Are we on the same deck as we will need to be?
No, that's 1 deck below.
Okay.
You are relieved, however, to find that in the shaft of the turbo lift, there are no particles. So you can actually use the turbo lift to get down to the lower areas. However, once you get down to the engineering deck, you're detecting 2 more things. You're detecting a lot of Klingons, you're detecting the presence of disruptor energy, and you're detecting a lot of chronoton particles.
Oh.
Can I get the live feed up of that room? That deck?
The entire deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call up a blueprint of Narendra Station.
No, I wanted I wanted the camera
Security.
the security footage.
You're gonna
of
need.
that room.
You wouldn't be able to put that to a tricorder. You're gonna need to access a wall console. But yes, you can do that because you do have authorization to Starfleet.
I want to do that. I want to know what we're walking into before we.
So,
open.
As I was saying, down on this level, you're not going to be able to do it because the computer system's up here as you're approaching, especially as you're approaching the thing. But on the deck below, there are console units that you can tap into that'll give you the entire. Yeah.
Do we have?
It's just not on this deck. It's one below. So in other words, once you arrive in the dungeon, that's when you can do the map overview.
Got
is another way of saying it. But right now, you're not actually able to access because the computer systems down here are all just borked.
Right.
Do we have a blueprint of the station, though?
Yes, absolutely.
Nearest Jeffrey's tube, and whether that is clear of the chronoton particles.
Jeffrey's tubes are not clear. They're like I said, a lot of these particles have gone through the bulkhead. It is miraculous that these particles have not. There are particles in the shaft, not between you and the next deck, however.
Right. Okay. We have to take the tactically obvious entrance.
You can try to go around. But it will take a lot of time. You can navigate Narendra Station and find a back entrance, so to speak.
Well,
we have no shortage of time shenanigans already. We will have to move. It was worth checking.
Okay. So then you all move into the turbo lift.
I'm a civilian. Look at me.
The doors close and you descend into the engineering section of Narendra Station. And possibly into who knows what. Combat. Awaiting Icelandic bomb. We'll find out when we come back from break.
Oh no!
Yeah! Because it is 5:31 here. So we will be back in 10 minutes. And stay tuned as we figure out that we're reaching the culmination. It all comes down to what's about to happen. The conspiracy, everything. The Battle of Narendra Station, as I told Hector in the last game, doesn't necessarily mean a firefight. It could be literally just for the soul or the life of the station itself. So stay tuned and we'll figure out which one it's going to be.
That was nice.
And welcome back, everybody, to Shielded Tomorrow. Before we jump back into the game, I just want to go ahead and declare publicly my deep and undying love for Pumat's soul. Because I feel like it's important that everyone know how much I love Pumat's soul.
In this house, we love and appreciate Pumat's soul.
Yes, he might be my all-time favorite NPC Matt has ever created. And I know those are words because he's created some doozies.
Where were in all of the bracket madness that was sweeping? Where was the crit roll NPC bracket?
Oh yeah.
Coming to you in 5. 4, 3.
Yeah, it's coming now.
Go.
And speaking of making amazing things, can we shout out our wonderful crew?
They just set that whole thing up at the green screen of the ship. That's amazing. Thank you, Holly.
Oh my gosh, amazing. It was so cool.
Made Sally Ride fly.
Our Star Trek show.
Yeah.
Yes. A special shout out to Holly, who both kept me from passing out and who created that little space scene. So thumbs up, gain some momentum. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back into our story for the evening.
I'm a civilian now.
You're a civilian now?
Yeah. I'm in disguise.
Are you in fact wearing space caps?
I am wearing space caps.
In canon.
Sorry, guys.
Yes.
This is what I was wearing under my uniform, just so you can internalize
Turlo looks
that.
like, why is Matasi on your...
Yeah, Matazi's just kind of
he's right there. He's hanging out.
Why is my family on your... Never mind.
Your cousin. No.
So, we come back to you guys inside the turbo lift.
Oh, right.
The doors creak and slide open. It's almost like the power systems themselves are kind of fighting to get the doors open all the way. And at one point, Mala, you kind of have to shoulder one of them open to get that door.
As the door opens, I slowly take a half step behind Commander Rue, just subconsciously.
So,
because I am the front of the door right there.
You hear lots of shouting. Echoing down the hallways, you hear heavy footsteps, and you hear the distinct sounds of disruptor fire. Whatever's going on down here, there's a fight that's already taking place. And just as those doors open, you hear static coming through your comm units, and you hear Hebert to team.
Admiral Hebert, this is Commander Rue.
Commander, are you reading me?
Yeah, you cleared up.
Commander.
Hebert. Chief?
Try.
Boost anything?
Yeah, can I try and boost
Sure.
the signal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
You got a tricorder? You can try it?
I can try it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tricorder.
Yep. Thank you.
You can certainly tricorder. Thank you.
I'm going to give myself threat for that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Oh, no.
Can I try to boost it?
Hang on, I'm cautious. I can reroll 1, right?
Yeah,
and
you
I
can.
spent okay, I can reroll 1.
Did you spend momentum for it?
I did.
Difficulty here is only 1, so.
Oh, okay. 1. That'll do it.
All right, you just quick button play on your tricorder.
Oh my god.
Some quick button play on your tricorder, and you hear the signal start coming through. Now, just so you know, raising that signal, it is going to make it a little easier to actually detect the signal, but...
Well,
They seem busy.
It's done.
It's kind of
so
done.
we can't.
Well, it's either hear the Admiral or not, but just
Yeah.
as Starfleet personnel, you would know that amping up the signal is going to make it a little easier to listen, but...
But I feel like everyone's a little distracted
Oh, the
right
bros
now.
might
It's
have to come at me.
So you hear Admiral Hebert, and you hear her coming through. I'm reading you now. What is your status? And right when she asks that, you hear like the whole turbo lift, the corridor, everything rumbles.
We're on the engineering deck, same as the isolytic warhead. I hear sounds of disruptor on disruptor fire, so there's presumably a firefight going on, and there's some structural instability down here.
It's not structural instability. Narendra Station's under attack.
by
2
whom?
Cavort-class bird of prey decloaked moments ago. I've ordered the USS Dauntlets out of dock, but it's already taken a few hits. I've had shields raised. Narendra Stations is going to battle stations, but there's already some fighting breaking out on the promenade.
All right, well, we'll see if we can clear this problem for you at the very least.
Keep me updated.
All right.
Oh my goodness, should some of us go back to the
You're
Sally
running out
Ride
of time.
And
Looks like we won't have time, and we're not going to expect reinforcements.
Sally Ride.
at least get Jiv up.
I'm sure the.
Well, Narendra
I'm sure the
Station is going to red
bridge
alert.
crew
So
And Jiv is in command on the ship, and he knows
Jiv
what
has
to
got-
do. And Brew trusts his professionalism.
So we are
if
now
not his temper.
So for all intents and purposes, we are now at red alert.
Double red alert.
Double red alert. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
I want our Geiger counter scanning for ways to go from cover to cover that are clear of chronotons. So, with them directing us, I want us to proceed in cover as close to the core, find out what's going on with that firefight, see if we need to intervene and try to get and disable that isolytic warhead and any Borg technology.
Yes, sir.
Right.
The end of this corridor branches off into 2 directions. It's a good 70 feet to the end of the corridor. And it seems pretty vacant at the moment. Not a lot of people running around. As you're passing one of the hallways where a door is opened, you see someone, a female Klingon, running out through the door, except for she's frozen in time. She's pulling a disruptor from one of a side holster underneath her engineering kit, and she has this intensity in her eyes, but she's frozen. And one door one side of the door is trying to close, and it's detecting her, and the other side is completely open. It's
So this firefight popped off before we scanned the warhead.
So it's almost a good
That's
thing.
exactly what it looks like.
Huh.
Looks like shit started going down before you scanned.
So it's almost a good thing we stopped at least some of it.
Means that our
Who knows
general
whose
might
side
have
she was
jumped
on?
the gun somewhat. Are we clear to go down this corridor?
Oh. I shall scan.
Go ahead and make your scan.
Okay,
I will oh yes, you assist.
Who wants to
It was your suggestion last time, so I did.
Yes.
Was it
you do
difficulty
the thing.
Difficult.
The difficulty here is going to be 2, yeah.
Okay.
And it's reason science?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely assist. Oh wow.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of my focus is.
Yeah.
4. 5.
Again, generating that wonderful momentum.
Oh, total. I thought I was like, huh, that's not possible.
Jet 5 with blood.
We elected another one for. We gave you a talent. It's the faith of your friends, and it gives you automatic extra successes. Oh, you thought it had been me. We just meant you.
Yeah.
You got
Lisa
5
Pearl.
by yourself.
there are chronoton particles on this deck, and there are some in this corridor. You are able to get around them.
Great.
But in this hallway, there's a few, and y'all are literally going to have to. It's what's terrifying about this is even though these particles, in a small amount, passing through the particles could be hazardous, but it won't be debilitating. If they're clustered, that's when you're running into the issue that Jiv brought up, and if they're concentrated in a large area, that's when you're frozen like she is. You're detecting minor particle in the air here. So walking through here, it's very likely you're going to feel moments of dizziness. You might have a few moments where Talon, because of being a science officer, something psychologically, things could happen to you walking through a corridor filled with chronoton particles. You might start hallucinating. It's entirely possible.
Your cells are remembering past things.
Your cells are literally it's literally like they're either freezing in a moment of time and then restarting. So you might have a moment of disorientation where you're standing where you thought you weren't, or it's hard to say. The damage wouldn't be permanent. If you get stuck in a concentrated spot, you might be in trouble. And as you finishing up this scan, this hallway is traversable, but y'all are going to have to be careful. So there's going to be a roll. And as Talon is scanning, you hear Dryden's voice in your ear. He steps forward and enters your frame, and he just says, "Keep in the back of your mind, Talmet is going to try to take advantage of this situation." I would.
Well, we have to move forward the way we do regardless, and then deal with the next problem and then the next one after that.
Good luck, Janelle.
Thank you.
Make your rolls.
What are we rolling?
So,
Please
you're
don't
going
say
down this hallway. So, just so you know, what we can do here, actually...
It's more of a control, right? Very controlling. We don't
Actually,
have to,
yes, it would be a control roll.
Good lord, thank you.
Roll.
As long as it had nothing to do with my fitness.
I'm afraid it will.
Wait, but no, but it's a control.
Yes, but it's not a fitness roll. It's just, this is
exactly. I don't want it to be a fitness
So let me put it this way: if it hadn't been scanned, it would have been a fitness roll. But because it's been scanned, you're essentially using the information that you're getting from your science officer to very delicately move through this corridor.
It's like we're doing the laser scene.
It's not a dex check necessarily. Yeah. This is more of a
like Mission Impossible. Dun, dun, dun,
but it is a control security check.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I?
It's doable.
Yes.
Speaking of that kind of thing, I want to like blow powder on it or something, or just like throw like. Is there anything I can do to like light them up?
I thought of it, but then I was like, we don't have to.
So here's the thing. There's nothing in your tricorder. You could try to triangulate your. I mean, this would be something Data would do, right? You could do that. I will require you to burn momentum to pull something like that off. That's literally taking something about the scene and making it true.
Yeah.
So I would say burn 2 momentum.
Burn 2. Mm-hmm. Is everyone okay with that?
What would I?
You have a crap ton of pins in your hair.
If you burn 2 momentum,
right?
Yeah.
And you pull this off, Talon, I will not make anybody roll for moving through the corridor because you'll be able to visually see everything you could run into. But it's going to cost you 2 momentum.
So 2 momentum. I mean, it was going to cost us that anyway because I knew I was going to take a momentum to get a third die.
All need this. It's all right. I will just literally never use my athletics focus.
Is there any? So I need to roll for it still, or
no?
Oh, okay. We're just blowing it.
Burn 2 momentum, and I'll give it to you.
Great advantage.
Do the Klingons keep their station dirty? Are you able to just scoop up some like crap from the ground?
Essentially, you're able to. So what you do is you're able to supercharge particles in the air that are around where chronoton is.
Beautiful.
So what you cause is a glowing effect and holes to become visible.
So now we have
where space-time has stopped. Yeah. So basically, you guys, as Talon kind of scans and does her thing on the tricorder, you hear the chirping noises, and all of a sudden the entire corridor becomes an eerie firefly display. A light show.
I love that.
Of these puffballs of light. Some of them larger than the others, but it's radiating this incandescent blue-like glow all over the corridor. It's quite lovely, if not deadly. And you're actually able to see little spots of the chronoton particles where they've concentrated. Now, Talon, you've by doing this, you've mapped out all the worst parts of it. Okay. But moving through this corridor, there's no getting around the fact there's going to be some disorientation.
Okay.
However, I'm not going to make y'all roll.
Thank you.
Cool.
So y'all move through this corridor as quickly as you can, sort of like moving throughout. You do have a few moments where you feel waves of dizziness, possibly vertigo for a second. You feel like I did a few games ago. You're having this sort of sensation of it doesn't feel like a blackout at all. It just feels like, wait, what was I doing? Oh my God, yes, I'm here. And then you come back to it. No. But there are moments where you kind of get disoriented as you're moving through this corridor. The corridor at times doesn't look like you're like, was it that big before? It is like your perceptions are playing tricks on you as you're moving through the less dense areas of the Chronoton particles. When you reach the hallway's end, which again, 70 feet down, so it takes you a few moments to get through here, sort of maneuvering through everything. There's a left and there's a right. Ahead of you is a window that looks like it looks out over a very large dome-like area, which Rue, having been down here once before, is the engineering section where the core is kept. So looking out into this window, you can see 3 levels of like catwalks, and then down below, computer consoles running a huge gamut. And there's lots of Klingons down there. You see the bright green lights of disruptor fire firing off and shouting. It's a pretty large room. I would say it's about the size of the promenade in scope. So it's a large enough room. You do see Klingons occasionally running upon catwalk. What's really eerie is you see a Klingon that has frozen in time, who is suspended in midair on the 3rd catwalk. Looked like they were pitched head first over the side. And there is this trail of blood following them down from their back, and it's frozen, like the spray that's frozen as this Klingon is literally frozen between life and death.
Just for ease of mind for both myself and Malarin, looking down, because we don't know if he got the message or not, do we see Linzatis? Because this is where he'd most likely be in engineering.
I would say this would be... I would say make a control... I would say make an insight security check.
That boy needs to check his messages.
Right? Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Difficulty
really nice.
Difficulty here is going to be 4.
You still look nice.
Difficulty's 4.
Yep.
I don't want to take a momentum because... Can Mala assist?
Can I assist?
Yeah, you both going to go look for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's something we both do. Because he'd be down here. I'm going to take 1
All right.
for a 3rd die. All right, we can do this.
Scotty, too.
And Scotty! Oh, shit.
Yep.
We're going for Scotty. So that's where Scotty would be.
Search for friendlies.
Yeah. Search for Starfleet and friendlies.
So tell me specifically, you're looking for friendlies, yeah?
We're looking down, looking for...
They're looking for
because there's all
friendlies.
these Klingons. We're looking for, specifically, obviously, Linzatis, but people
and
that
roll.
we could
Difficulty 4.
get us to help get down there.
Inside security.
Okay.
Would I be able to get the tactical assessment of trying to pick out Klingon versus, loyalists versus Duras from here, or do I have to get down lower?
I'll tell you in just 1 second.
We got 3 successes.
You don't see any...
Do you want to reroll? Did you reroll?
I didn't reroll.
Yeah, but they don't have...
You don't have the cautious
I don't
merit
have
for that.
cautious.
Yeah.
I thought
For an inside
you took a
security
die.
check.
You took a momentum.
3rd die, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have cautious.
Cautious security, yeah.
You do not.
Okay.
It's from up here. It's difficult to spot. It's not helping that that glow is causing like a fogging like effect here in the corridor.
So no friendlies.
Not that you can spot. And from this angle, actually, Rue, the headache that you get from realizing that it's actually rather impossible to tell friendly at this rate. You see a bunch of Klingons in armor shooting each other. This looks like madness. However, the fact that you have a Starfleet uniform on might help you differentiate between friend and foe.
Right.
Because the ones on your side ain't going to try to kill
I'm
you.
also in uniform.
And thereafter, they're going to be very sorry.
So, I mean, if nothing else, you're the one wearing the armband that states, I'm on your side and I'm against you. So, there you have
Quick
it.
Hail Mary for me. Can I sense any fear rather than pure anger coming from anyone?
You're sensing
through the smoke cloud?
There is a kaleidoscope of emotions.
I know, but I imagine most of them are very, very angry. Mm-hmm. Are there any fear pangs?
Yes, and there's also lots of rage, lots of you're sensing fear, rage. You're sensing yeah, it's kind of hit a new level. It's not anger, it's rage. Like these Klingons are it's that's the thing that's kind of that gets you, Mala, about Klingons. When they go rage, it's not hatred.
Yeah,
it's the pure, unbridled primal rush of battle that they thrive on. There's
it's a rush.
There's no real animosity towards their foe. It's just the rush of wanting to conquer what's in front of them. And you're feeling that rush of all the emotions that are flowing here. There's no way you're going to be able to pinpoint anybody specific.
There's a guy dying in midair, so there might be some fear anyway.
You're not detecting anything from him. Yeah.
Okay.
I just put my hand on your shoulder to steady myself. Okay, let's go quickly.
All right. I'm going to try to draw fire, see if we can clear a path, find a way to get you all to the isolytic warhead. If you can light up those chronotons again, then I'll know I'm not running into them, and I can knock people into them. So
we gotta get our phasers in.
I'm ready. All of you, stay safe. Fire from cover if you're going to fire. Stay behind me. There's no one I'd rather be here with. You guys are the ones who can do this. Let's take care of it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Left to right.
Left.
All right.
I'm riding this rush now. It's all up in me. Mala rage. Let's do this.
Rage battle.
Mala rage.
This feels. Not gonna lie, this feels great. Let's go.
Mala rage.
I'm like starting to get kind of uneasy. I'm just kidding. Got this.
Yeah, I do.
You light up that corridor again, Talon. Okay. The corridor just begins to glow. Now you actually are seeing figures move. There is a pair of Klingons that look like they're engaged in hand-to-hand combat. And by the time you all start nearing the end of the corridor, which will be, by the way, will take you onto the outside where remember I told you there's a catwalk going all across? You guys are going to exit this corridor and onto the open catwalk that's 3 levels above the main course computer system. You are now officially in the proximity of this warhead. It's here somewhere. And as you're moving up, you see one of these Klingons. They're just slamming each other up against the bulkhead, and one of them is repeatedly stabbing the other one in the stomach. By the time y'all reach about halfway the distance, he pulls the diktok out of the Klingon's stomach as he falls over, and he turns and looks at all of you as you're approaching. And he sees you as he's looking at all of you, and he just goes,
Good job.
This darkened blood just pouring down his hand.
Get the next one.
You are allies?
Yes. Mala kind of growls.
Today's a good day to die.
Yes. The Klingon suddenly leans against the bulkhead, and you see his face get serious, and he slumps down onto his knees.
Oh. I ran towards him.
Okay.
Careful. The chronotons.
You said that
We lit the corridor.
You move over to him, yes, but you do feel that wave of dizziness once again as you get to him. As you move over to him, Doctor, he looks up at you. And he's got a smile on his face, but you see the blood in his teeth, and that's when you realize he's got multiple stab wounds on his chest as well. The thing about the Klingon diktak is it is a vicious weapon. It is designed to go in easy, cause as much damage while it's inside, and grind everything else that it's touching on the outside. 3 tri-blades going in with that little hollow point center. It's designed to kill Klingons, and he looks like he's taken 4 direct stab wounds to the chest. Moving up to him, your immediate assessment is he needs, if he does not receive critical surgery in the next 5 minutes, he's dead.
Dr. Shishiros to Nurse Matazi.
That static that you heard on the comm link when you first came down.
Can I try and
We're on our own, Shishiros. We have to move.
This man needs medical attention.
There are a lot of
Do
people
what you can here,
who need
but we
medical
have to disarm that warhead now.
He puts his hand on you, And he smiles at you and says, "This was a good death."
On your way to Stovokor, warrior.
He slumps back, and when his hand runs down the side on your enviro suit, there's a smear of Klingon blood on your shoulder.
I'm walking away as quickly as possible. I'm going to the warhead.
Come on,
He just
let's keep
leans
moving.
his head
Yeah.
back.
I put my hand on Mala.
Okay,
Get rid of the bad death feels.
what you doing?
Keeping moving.
Keep moving.
Okay, you guys keep moving. Throw
Have to.
Dr. Shirsten Nurse Matazi?
Static. Your communicator makes that sort of dead chirp sound, like you're not getting any signal.
What's so no signal as in nothing out.
That's correct.
I have no reason to believe I could reach elsewhere on the station.
Don't know.
What's the name of the Klingon chief medical officer?
Let me pull that up.
Good work.
Shishiros to Narendra Medical.
Klingon's Naria.
Nuria. Shishiros to Dr. Nuria.
Dead chirp sound.
All right.
Talon, you suspect the chronoton particles are not letting signal get out.
Yep.
I'd like to also scan for the location of the isolated. Oh no, never mind. No scanning. Never mind. Nope.
Yeah, don't scan it.
No. Who said that? Stop it. No.
We still have the information from the initial scan. So we know where
Line
it
up
is.
with the blueprints.
You can Marco Polo
Which I
this.
will help you do
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
to distract myself from death healing. Go.
All right, let's go. All right.
Okay, y'all step out. The doors open, and you are now in a huge room that's filled with combat. You're
Cover
hearing
for
the
the kids.
blast. You're hearing the blast of disruptors, the death screams of Klingons everywhere. Of course, that bizarre look. You can see it clearly now, not through a window, of that Klingon that is in mid-flight, frozen in time. You're hearing shouts, curses, screams. It's all happening 2 levels below you. There is a ladder leading down to the next catwalk. I'll warn you right now, the chronotons here are light on this section of the catwalk. They're not glowing brightly on the second section of the catwalk. However, the moment you hit the second section of the catwalk, you are going to be in combat.
I have my phaser in one hand and I'm holding Mala's arm on the other, and
She's gripping it so tightly.
so I'm focusing on what's happening, but I'm also going puppies, kittens, puppy tart, rainbows. Like I'm like
Pulling your
birthday
double
cakes,
dragons.
cream
Yeah.
soda, yeah,
Thinking
exactly.
pleasant things.
Princess Bride, really good rom-coms. Like I'm just like, I'm not saying this out loud. I'm like thinking it, like just trying to give her any kind of positive like feelings. Since
Well, you're
since
getting
she's-
positive feelings.
I'm trying.
Ish.
Yeah.
Trying really hard. It's not easy.
I rolled 20 on my personal constitution check.
Oh.
So if you looked at my face, it would just be silent weeping, but like trying to hold that together.
Kittens, puppies, puppy tart, cream soda, rainbows,
My garden in the twilight.
Jenny.
trombone, Jimmy McPlant face.
Okay.
All right.
I start a mental countdown of the 5 minutes and I follow you guys.
Okay. All right, you guys run down this corridor. Your feet smashing heavily into this catwalk. The grating is echoing out, but it's being buried from underneath all this disruptor fire. You can smell the ionization of the atmosphere in here from all of the energy discharges that are taking place.
And the blood. Probably.
And the chronoton particles, as you're running, Talon, you can see this place is starting to light up like a Christmas tree. There is glowing like puffballs of light. And some of the areas closer to the core, there are these huge globs of chronotonic particles that have formed there. And you can actually, looking into them, it looks like time is warping around them. The chronoton particles themselves are causing light to bend around it. So it's almost like looking into the event horizon of a black hole. Same effect where it just kind of warps the light around as light matter has begun to stop as it enters that area. You guys slide down this ladder. You hit the second level of the platform. There is a crossfire taking place currently. Thankfully, you're on one side of it. You just don't know whose side that is. To your left, there's 3 Klingons behind what looks like overturned barrels and computer equipment. They have disruptors drawn, and they're firing down the catwalk at 5 Klingons who are firing back also behind overturned. You see a couple of bodies. One of these bodies looks like it's missing a good part of its torso, like it was disintegrated. Klingon probably died faster than he realized was possible. That is the state. Now, where you need to go, you need to get to the next ladder to go down. You can go either way.
All right.
You're equal distance. There are multiple ladders going down to the next catwalk along this. And where this one is, there's no immediate ladder beneath you. It's about 20 feet to the left or 20 feet to the right.
Okay. Do my nerds have cover from here? Do they have line of sight on either group?
You guys are not currently in a line of fire right now. Y'all are so if the corridor, if the catwalk is going like this, there's this outcropping of a grate where the ladders are, and y'all are over here, and no one seems to be directing fire. Plus, the catwalk barriers around this ladder are actually solid. They're not like rails. So getting down low, you guys have complete cover.
They're safe if I'm going to go over to the 3 by the barrels. If they attack me, fire on them. If not, then they and I will clear the other 5 and
Sam,
we'll make room for you to proceed.
If you enter that zone, I get to roll an attack on you, just so you know.
Can I try a stealth since I don't have my glow sticks up?
You won't be able to stealth because you're literally going to be running right into the line of fire from both sides. It's a crossfire. All
right, so I just get a free ranged shot on me?
I'm gonna try to hit you. However, you can try.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Those can one shot and actually just disintegrate me.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of melee in Star Trek Adventures up to this point, but now it's a firefight.
Disruptor fire is dangerous.
Yeah.
And Star Trek is incredibly deadly with its weapons. However, so Sam, one thing that Rue could consider is that seeing you enter into the cross blast zone, there's a very strong chance your allies will cease fire, which means I'll give you at least an increased difficulty. If you want to spend, what you could do is spend momentum to increase my difficulty, the way I do for you guys.
Yeah.
Which would simulate them trying to hit you. Because remember, the difficulty is 2 to shoot.
All right, and I can run toward whoever's not firing at me after they get a shot off after I see who's getting a shot off at me?
Yes, but I'll probably get one more shot at you. You're gonna have to stop,
all aiming.
find out who's not shooting, run towards them.
Nope, screw it. I'm running for the 3 then. Because if they fire at me, then I can take all of them out. I can't have 2 shots at me. It will genuinely kill me.
And then we're all aiming our phasers at the Klingons as well, right? So we can,
You can.
as soon as they start firing.
Yeah, they get one shot and then, let's go. I can't actually ascertain which one is on our side without seeing someone fire at me.
Amy, you look troubled.
Oh, I'm just going to assume y'all have it handled, but it sounds like the running for the 3 plan is what you were saying would give them 2 shots.
No.
Great,
waiting
okay,
to see
good.
which.
No. Rue stopping to see who's not shooting at them, that would give them, that would get 2
Either they're my
shots.
friends and I'm undercover with them, or they're not my friends and then I can start taking them out.
All right,
And we
so
can fire
burn your
on them from
momentum.
above.
Burn your
And then that
momentum to
means
raise the difficulty.
the 5 on the other side are always.
How many momentum to raise the difficulty?
To increase the difficulty, I believe it's 2. Let me just double check.
Do we risk it, or do
Gosh,
we
I better be able to respond soon. I would
Do we have
really
to risk
like
it?
not
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
disintegrated.
Yeah, let's-
There's no
here we go.
revivify in this TA.
2 momentum.
Because they're just getting a free range.
So for a single task, for every 2 momentum you spend, you'll increase my difficulty by 1.
Okay,
All right, well,
we're spending
I
it.
will spend all I can afford right now, which is 1.
Whoa, so we raised
2
it
momentum,
1, but we still have 1 more momentum if you want to get it for cautious
So-
or whatever you have to
Or
do.
for tough once I get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am letting this go to chance.
Great.
So I'm going to say pick evens or odds, and I'm going to roll on a d20.
I'm an odd kid.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to roll to hit you now, Sam, as you enter into the combat zone. Difficulty is 2, but you raise the increase to 3.
Yep.
So... Okay.
My backup character's great.
Disruptor bolts fly past you, and you watch as Commander Rue leaps into a crossfire between Klingon factions.
Janelle!
And launches themselves over using the crutch. You launch yourself up over the cover. Blaster bolts slam nearby you. None of them touch you. And as you hit and land on the other side, all 3 Klingons turn and enter in combat with you.
Picture on, let's go.
Okay, wait.
All right.
If we see that, can we be aiming?
Now that they've shot, do I have initiative?
Yep.
Because we were watching.
I'm going to. Basically, what you're going to see is the Klingons, as they see Rue catapult over their side, you see one of them shout, and you watch them. You can tell what's about to happen because they follow with disruptors as Rue's waiting for the clear shot. Because y'all were watching for that, I will give you guys one action here.
Yes, so we can all shoot at them, right? Because we're
What's
aiming.
that?
We can all shoot at them then, because we're aiming, right?
One of you can shoot at them.
Because
we're in combat, so now
what are we
you
rolling?
get a turn, I get a turn.
But I don't get a action to try to clear them.
You're no, because your action is vaulting and landing.
Okay.
What are we rolling so we can determine who?
Control security.
You need to find out who's going first.
I'm not.
So who's going to shoot them?
depends on
You
who
get
has the
you get one
highest.
shot on this.
Control security?
It's a control security roll. Difficulty is 2.
11.
I
But
beat
they-
13.
Real quick.
I have 14.
Difficulty.
Oh, really?
Difficulty is 2, but it's going to be harder because they're behind cover. So I'm going to raise the difficulty to 3 here.
So you have 14.
I can do it if
have
someone talks
13.
me into it, because I'm sitting here clenching fists
You
like I'm
have
going through a
bloodlust.
panic attack.
Can that be a
Blood loss? Bloodlust?
No.
I am bloodlust. I am in
Value?
fake bloodlust, but also I am also feeling a lot of people die right now.
Okay.
And I rolled
Yeah.
a 20 on it, so I'm gonna ride that for a second.
feel like it should be either
it's
of
not
us.
value. It's not me.
Yeah.
Do you have
okay,
a value
fine.
that would fit?
Science is the path to peace.
Pick who's shooting.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to start gaining threat here.
What would rules are
mean,
made to be
no, I don't
bent be used? It's
Nope.
like, oh, I'm gonna shoot. I'm Starfleet, but I'm still gonna kill these.
That's a strong negatory.
The only one that would possibly apply for me is professional duty outweighs personal desire. My desire not to kill Klingons.
All right, whoever has the highest, just take the shot.
We have.
All right.
You can try to convince me.
say
It's
no.
Mala. Mala has the highest.
Yeah.
You are out. I think we play that out.
Okay.
And
This is a-
Mala,
this is a snap-
Mala is.
Let's just go.
This is a snap decision, so I need somebody to make a roll. Who's
would-
shooting?
I think
Talon shoots
I think
before
I
Sage
would
does.
I would do it quickly. Like
Yeah,
in
I feel like
character,
you
I
would
would
do
just
it
be like,
quickly.
Yeah.
You're not-
I would
I
do
would
it.
still be
the way
holding
that
on to
everyone else
Mala,
is.
giving puppies, kittens, Linzatus. feelings.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Difficulty
I have
is 3.
complicated emotion.
I upped my game. Oh, uh-oh.
No, you
I was
say that for
thinking
you.
it, though.
Let's
So
take
it's
this
my
for you,
emotion.
Yeah?
Because
All right.
if I get hit, I need that for my avoid injury.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Die.
Can I
Difficulty 3.
assist by being a cheerleader?
You cannot.
It went out of the tray.
I got 1 success.
One of them went out of the tray.
One of them went out of the tray.
Yeah, but
Oh,
still, no.
Oh, I mean,
doesn't count.
the rule is if it's in your
that one.
designated
Oh.
rolling area, you decide what that is, and it's always consistent.
Go ahead.
The one re-roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay, good.
If you want to keep it in your tray.
Still 1.
Okay.
But at least it's not what it was
It's
before.
not 3, it's a miss. All right.
You see Talon try to give you cover fire as that happens. Now the Klingons on the other end see you shoot at those other 3 Klingons, and they see you vault
Great.
over, and they break their fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They hold their fire.
So the
okay.
5 are the allies.
You guys know
5 are
where
the
you
good
need to
guys.
go.
All right. Well,
So
that's
they halt their fire.
Okay.
And you hear them shouting in Klingon. We are now going to start the combat round. So I will start. So as per the Star Trek Adventures rule set, you guys get to go first. I gave y'all the drop on these 3 guys. They certainly did not see that coming. Who would like to go first? I'm guessing Janelle Rue would like to go first.
This is the first round of combat? Mm-hmm. Cool.
This
Great.
is officially the first round of combat. So
Lovely,
yes,
okay.
your thing will kick into
Got
play
it.
here. Yes.
Just wanted to make sure
Yep.
before I did
Yep,
the
yep,
thing.
yep,
Yeah.
It's time to go Daredevil on these motherfuckers. All right.
I pull out popcorn out of nowhere.
All right. So difficulty, as you know, is 1.
Yep.
You are in melee range.
Yep.
Rue
And they
their
are
faces.
not.
So yeah, there's 3 of them. Who are you hitting? Just one of them. Just go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah. The
Difficulty's
ugliest one.
Difficulty's 1.
It's contested and they're not prepared.
It is.
Or they're prepared.
It is contested. No, they're. No. You almost always get
Yeah.
the roll off.
surprised.
I mean, yeah, I'd be surprised. Commander Rue
Well, I just
flying
don't know if
overhead.
there's like a thing about if you are a ranged combatant. I guess it's an unarmed strike.
Roll. It's an unarmed strike. Oh no, he's trying to shoot you, but
Right, but it's like
yeah,
okay. That is 3 from me.
you hit.
Do we gain any momentum from
Yes,
that?
you gain 2 momentum. Go ahead and make your damage roll.
Thank goodness, because I'm
That's
going to
always
need
the
them.
fun part.
I know. The Rue damage. We know it gets crazy.
Okay, well, bad.
Oh.
I'm going to take one of those points of momentum.
Yep.
And I'm going to use it to re-roll damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Because I needed to.
Okay, roll it.
Better?
Better, much better. Okay.
Rolling.
Yeah, you know. All right.
Did you do more than 6? That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, they're minor NPCs. I cannot spend threat to keep them conscious. And they have a resistance of 1. So if you did 6, you just leveled this guy's face.
Bye.
Okay, this Klingon tries desperately to get off a disruptor shot and takes a crutch to the side of his cranium. There is a spattering of blood from the inside of his mouth on his comrade's face as he drops to the ground with a crunching sound. The blaster shot goes completely wide and the disruptor hits. Sparks, green 6 sparks rain down across all of you, like sparks from a welder's torch. And
I'm
keep that?
Janelle Rue. I protect my ship and my crew. It's what I love, and goddamn, it's what I do.
Okay.
I'm going to use my protect ship and crew value for an additional task.
Okay.
Before we quick to action any.
no, just keep in mind, no matter what you burn, no matter what abilities you use, you
I
can
only get 2 in a round.
Correct.
But I get 2 in a round, and I don't have any other abilities that will let me do that.
That's true.
So I would like to do that and go for the second ugliest.
Okay.
All right.
The one that's super, super pretty is so happy right now.
He's just like, he has really nice
I'm so
Klingon
glad
hair.
I did my
There's a
this
wind
morning.
machine on him with the disruptor.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and make your roll.
And let me see whether I get
threatening
my... Yes, this is a good day to get my determination back. Yay! Yay, veteran.
Okay. My, you got your determination back.
I spent 1 for cautious. And
So we're down to
those are my-
1 momentum.
We're down to
Nope, we're down to none, and that was 2 successes.
You hit, and you get a momentum back.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and make your damage roll.
On the
All right.
They're minor NPCs. Y'all are the heroes.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, right?
They're dangerous
They're
because they got
dangerous with a
guns.
disruptor, yeah.
But did you get more than
Oh.
6?
I got 4 effects, a 2 and a 1.
Okay, so
he died.
Meanwhile, Stovo Core, 5 generations back from this Klingon's ancestors, are sitting at the table drinking, going, "What the hell was that?"
Ow.
Their
Welcome to
drink
your
spills.
honorable
Hit him in
demise.
the ancestors.
I hit him in the ancestors.
Well, I sure didn't hit him in the descendants.
That's funny. Can we put that on a shirt? You hit him in the ancestors.
The end of the crutch smashes that first Klingon in the face, and you use that momentum to catch yourself in the fall and bring the second crutch up into an uppercut. You swear you see 2 teeth take airborne as a Klingon's head snaps back violently, disgustingly. Not dead, but the Klingon bounces back against and clatters to the floor, completely done.
All right.
His companion...
I'd like to use quick to action to pass the turn now that my turn is done to one of my compatriots.
You can't, though. You only ever get 2 on your side, 2 on my side.
Okay, it works that way and not just an additional task within a turn and not a separate turn from the determination.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right.
So now
that's
it's
fine.
going to be his shot.
I'm comfortable having taken 2. And now I'm going to die. Goodbye.
No.
No.
My backup character's great.
No.
You could have stayed home. Think about how bad the scene would feel right now.
We have Thurlow here. No matter how hard you get hit, I'm sure she'll think of something.
Oh, I should have used my minor actions. Oh well. They hit me. They hit me.
Difficulty is 2.
Yep. They
Oh,
hit.
can
They
we
hit.
do-
That's,
oh, we
that's
don't-
looking around for an excuse. He hit.
No, I rolled a 16 and I rolled a 5. He misses you.
Oh.
So
He. Oh.
Oh my god.
It's the wind machine. It was just too distracting.
Pretty much, they're useless.
apparently this Klingon panics. After seeing you vault over and smash 2 of his friends down, he does a wild, wide shot and thinking that because you're practically at point blank range, this would be enough to carry it through and execute you right there in the spot. However, again, the ancestors were not with him, and that blaster bolt, the disruptor blast, just you guys watch in horror as this guy points a disruptor at Rue and somehow barely misses. Rue, the heat from that disruptor bolt that would have disintegrated you flies right past your face. And you feel an almost like searing heat on your ears, which begin to ring as this blaster bolt flies past. It is now the action of the Sally Ride. By the way, I'm also going to rule, even though they're not technically in combat right now, you've watched those other 5 Klingons have left their cover and are charging to your aid right now from down the catwalk.
Klingons are such bros, y'all.
Well, they see a fight that they're not in on.
Yeah. Missing out on the fun.
They're like, hey, what happened to us?
Yeah, by the time we get there, they're gonna be like, oh, man.
Who is it? Who's going? Who's shooting?
I mean,
Who's doing
obviously
what?
it can't be you.
No,
Can't be her.
I've
She
done
already
mine.
went.
I'll do it. Oh gosh, I guess I'm gonna shoot something.
Oh wait, actually that happened outside the combat round, if I remember correctly.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Pre-turn.
That's right.
First
you could
round.
shoot.
First
Technically,
you could shoot again.
you could shoot again.
You could shoot again. That was
It's the
outside
same
combat
numbers,
round. Yep.
but you might. I don't know. It makes sense for your character to do it.
I want to take him out.
Okay, I am going to raise the difficulty by 1 because he's behind cover and he's in melee combat with Janelle.
Okay.
Oh, that raises it to 4.
Is there any assist?
Does it?
If there is another person within
You're
melee,
right,
of
it
the person
does.
you're trying to shoot.
Yes, the difficulty to hit is 4 and you run the risk of hitting Janelle.
Hi.
If you roll a complication.
It's all right. All I have to do
Talon,
is roll.
You can, Talon, if you can close the distance and get to him.
Oh, is it mathematically possible since you don't have a focus to hit a difficulty 4 check?
It is going to, now remember 20 feet, like you guys are in combat now.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
you would have to burn, momentum to, I would rule, I know that there's a movement momentum.
There's a minor action for movement.
Yeah.
I could have theoretically used that instead of aim.
I mean, how far is it?
It would take your action to get to him. Because they're 20, well,
My
no, that's not
whole-
true. The ladder's 20, no, it wouldn't. You could get to him in this and engage in hand-to-hand combat if you wanted to. Just
I
like
wanna
Rue
do
did.
that.
Yeah. The ladder's 20 feet away. There.
I want to,
Use your hand.
yeah. I would still
Do that
take this.
punch.
Use your hand,
Yeah.
not the pew
Are you gonna neck pinch this motherfucker? You get your, remember, because if you neck pinch, you get to use your science trait as opposed to your
Yes, that.
security.
And you have
That.
cautious science, which
Do the
means
science.
using this lets you do
Then
that.
yes, that's all
the
gonna
next
happen.
Do science on his
So,
neck.
do you remember what the roll is on your character sheet? Does it have it?
Oh yes, for a nerve pinch.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm rolling right now? Okay. All right. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
I haven't seen a nerve pinch in a while.
This is so exciting. Again, I'm just eating popcorn
What's that?
and putting
Force fight,
happy
our friend
feelings
took a crack at
on
it.
Mala.
Yeah, but to succeed,
Oh, it
last time we saw it succeed was back when Zadis got kidnapped.
I think
Yeah.
it's just.
Yeah, that happened.
You mean what do I roll?
Yeah,
under?
what's the check,
remember,
daring
so the nerve
or-
pinch lets you use a different skill set.
Yes.
Yeah, something
Science,
with science.
just science instead of.
Right, but what's that
science in
attribute?
place of but it's 2 different skill
It's
sets.
daring or
Sorry, I don't understand.
I think it's control.
I don't.
Or because daring is the normal melee check, so I just
Okay.
don't know.
Oh, but it's a control.
Her
So
erase
now
to the
refer to the rules.
I don't know why I didn't write that.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Oh, 136. Page
Welcome back,
136,
Commander.
everyone.
Page 136?
Yeah.
Thank you. You wrote down the.
I at least wrote down the page number.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so. It is not there.
No?
Page 136?
No, it should be on the racial traits.
I was going to say, it should be on the Vulcan. Here we go.
Yeah.
Culinar, Mind Meld, Nerve Pinch.
I'll do the distraction dance for everybody.
So, Nerve Pinch. You can use science or medicine instead of security when attempting the Nerve Pinch.
Okay. So then,
Okay, so it's daring.
It's going to be
Science.
daring and science.
Okay, that's not great.
I know,
But okay.
but daring's the melee check.
But it's 1 intense. So, go ahead and make your roll.
All right, I took 1 momentum. Well, I'm using science, so I got 3 successes. I'm going to re-roll 1.
99% sure that's not going to be enough for him to try to. Oh,
I got
okay.
another success.
4
so that's
successes.
4.
Well, I rolled a 1, but I also rolled a 19. So, you stick that nerve pinch.
Okay, so that's 2 back up.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your damage, and it starts at 1,
Okay.
and then it's your science skill.
I need to borrow some. Oh wait, I have some. and you're gonna have to help me. I never roll damage dice, so I have no idea.
Welcome to a beautiful world.
Right? I'm like
1 + 5.
I don't think I've
That's
ever
correct.
rolled anything.
Oh, it's good. I know that much.
Last time I
What's that?
fought, I fell down and cracked my helmet.
Hang on, let me see what the intense quality is.
Intense means they cannot spend, they can't avoid injury,
Okay.
which he couldn't anyway.
2, 4.
The cost to avoid
6,
injury is increased.
7.
7.
Yeah, and 4 effects.
Okay. Wow.
Didn't we have a thing about like we were working together?
Yeah.
Janelle,
We have clearly been working together.
Janelle,
I'm so
this
proud right now.
Klingon raises the disruptor, and it looks like next action they're going to have a lineup shot on you. And as they're raising it, you see, lightning quick, the hand of a Vulcan reach in and latch onto the side of this Klingon's neck, and the Klingon goes, and the Klingon tries to get up and fight out of it, and Talon, with Vulcan strength, forces him back down to his knees, and the Klingon's eyes rolls into the back of his head, and he pitches forward, out.
That's right, motherfucker. Just kidding.
The other Klingons from behind y'all
I've been
run up,
watching Samuel L. Jackson
and they
movies.
say, "Allies of Kargan,
Yes.
Yes.
there are more below, but we can cover you. Why are you here?"
We're here to disable the warhead that's causing these temporal disruptions.
Warhead.
Yup.
Yeah, it's
We shall follow you.
All right. Keep all of them covered.
Everyone starts to pile down the next ladder. When you guys reach the next level, you see that it's actually clear from here. A lot of the combat looks like it's already happened, and you see bodies have kind of piled up on the catwalk. And one of them looks like maybe half of them got stuck in a temporal glob. I won't go into too much detail, but I'll just say that it looks like that collection of chronoton particles kept some of the Klingon that tried to pass through it.
No, we play TBD RPG. We know what this looks like.
They got spliced. Continue.
Which probably means that the concentration erupted right as they were there, and it happened too fast. So there's a dead Klingon who's,
Yikes.
in not good shape. But the path to the other ladder 20 feet away is completely clear at this point. The only thing you're starting to notice is the chronoton particles have started to get much more concentrated. And you hear a firefight going on down below. However, just from a quick glance, the firefight down below, it looks like you see Klingons that have lined up that are protecting the core. And one of them, it looks like there's a fight to get to the core taking place, and a line has been drawn, and you hear Klingons shouting into communicators, probably also getting static. Lots of disruptor blasts going through, and the Klingons to your right says, "The enemies, the traitors, they're trying to make it to the core. We're holding them off."
Then let's make sure they get nowhere.
Everyone's gonna slide back down. So disorientation overtakes you as you reach the bottom of this ladder. As you reach the bottom of the ladder, you see the core up ahead. You have a clear shot to it right now, although there are disruptor bolts flying left and right.
How viable is it for anyone to sort of go past unobtrusively?
You mean the Klingons that are defending the core?
My team.
You will not be put in danger if you lay low and move towards the core. Like I said, the Klingons have managed to establish a perimeter on the outside. They are having a lot of trouble holding off. It looks like they're outnumbered. Even with the 5 that are coming down here, it looks like the Duras men and women have formed a pretty solid line of disruptor fire. And a lot of these disruptor shots are actually glancing off some of the sensitive areas of the core computer structure. It's madness. This whole place is literally a ticking time bomb, and a lot of them don't even know it. So the description is this: you have a clear shot at the core. You can get there without getting shot. However, if somebody doesn't help defend the line, you guys will all be overrun. And the Klingons that are shooting from down the main corridor. It's not necessarily a corridor, but it's a big open engineering area where a lot of the computer consoles are being kept for the engineering section. They're outnumbering you guys, and they are firing like crazy. So what's going to have to happen here, Rue, is you need some people to help form the line to protect while somebody looks for the bomb and tries to disarm it.
Yep. All right. I'm going to help our allies hold the line. Many of you as need to, as many of you as can. I need you to disable this bomb, especially before any of these fools hit it.
I can try, Commander.
Okay.
I can go with her.
Breathe. Find the quiet. There's always someone who's quiet. Find the calm and focus.
Lark, do you think that you can guide me over there?
Mm-hmm. I can go with them as well.
Good.
And I want to walk over to Mala and just like take her by the shoulders and just look into her.
She's squeezing her eyes shut.
Look at me.
I can't.
You can look at me. I'm a safe place.
I can't do it again. I can't feel it.
Feel me.
I can't feel any more people die. Okay. I feel you.
Let's go.
Focus on her. Focus on the calm. You're going to work with machines. Machines don't feel. Machines don't feel. Find the calm. Find the machines. No one else is here. It's just the machines. No one is here. Just the machines.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
I keep holding Mala's hand too.
Okay.
I follow her with the med kit.
Who's getting in the line?
Hi.
Hi. Who else?
I'm basically standing just behind the line. I am keeping people back. When they fall down, they get back
Down
up again.
low,
Okay, cool.
rub dirt on them.
Quantum particles are everywhere in this section. The disorientation is making it difficult, and you're actually starting to see why this fight has probably lasted so long, is these Klingons seem to be going wide with a lot of their shots. You actually watch one Klingon in a sort of bizarre and slightly disturbing inaction of behavior, suddenly lowers the disruptor and just kind of confused walks into the middle of the battlefield looking around and is immediately vaporized by a disruptor shot. As the chronoton particles just cause a sickness to their head. It just causes them to lose any sense of what's going on. And there's a scream as you watch their flesh vaporize the skeleton and atomized right in front of everybody. You move over to the core, Mala, and you've got Lark with you.
Yeah.
Your tricorder is pinging. That warhead is right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's attached to one of the vital systems of the core. If it goes off, it will destroy Narendra. It'll likely destroy all the ships that are in orbit of Narendra right now. The Sally Ride, everything. And you see it is armed.
Yeah.
When you approach it. So, before we jump into combat, guess what? This is a timed extended task.
Woo!
And as you open up this panel, there's a blaster fire going over. You're squeezing Sage's hand and you kind of open up this panel to look for this thing, and you see this warhead wired into the system. This thing has been plugged in. It's probably been here for a while, but what's worse, Mala?
Yeah.
You have 6 minutes to disarm this.
Okay.
We can do this.
Yeah, we can.
So here's the information you need to know.
Yep.
It's a magnitude 5. The difficulty is 4.
Okay.
The work track is 10.
Okay.
The resistance is 3.
Oh my god.
You need to complete this in 12 intervals or the bomb goes off.
Resistance is 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sage.
I'm assisting.
Can I?
How many can assist?
Yeah.
I can also
Only one.
I can just guard them. Can I do that?
Yes.
Just in case.
I'm taking
Momentum.
Yep. I'm gonna burn my determination right now. So 1 success already.
2. It's a crit.
What?
2 successes because it's
2
a crit.
successes.
Auto crit.
It's auto crit.
As if a die that
Determination is an auto crit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes
already.
to start.
Right when she's about to do this, I start humming the song that I know of my, like, to give her the good feels. It's the memory of my mom.
I latch onto that song.
Yep.
You're gonna want momentum spends for your extended task.
Make your roll.
Yep, we currently have 2.
We have 1. Okay, and does my focus apply to here with like computers and hacking and technical improv jerry rigging?
I'll let that.
Okay, so I have a crit.
Okay, I have 3 successes.
So 3, 4, 5.
5, yeah.
6, 7 successes.
Successes. Okay, so
Dang. Did anyone use the momentum?
We used one.
I've used one, yeah.
So that's good, right? Does that
7.
mean
Now you
we
see
get
how
more
much
momentum
work you
back?
did.
7 successes. So that's actually not going to give you a breakthrough.
But we do get.
They don't have work yet. This,
That's true. Oh, you need to roll the dice first.
But we do get 3 momentum back, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
All
so
right,
we have
so
8.
now you're going to. Okay, so now you're going to make your roll. That's 2 plus 1d6 per skill used. So you're using engineering.
Yeah.
So roll your engineering plus 2d6 on
So
the
6
6-sided dice.
Here, take 2 of mine. And I don't do that, right? Just this Mala.
Correct.
Correct.
you guys succeeded in doing the thing. Now you see how much you get done.
Okay.
Now, here are your potential momentum spends.
Okay.
You can spend 1 that ignores up to 2 resistance.
Okay.
You can spend 1 that just gives you an extra +1 work. This is a better bargain because you're going to get 2 for 1.
Yeah.
You can spend 1 to re-roll any number of challenge dice there. So you could re-roll the blank ones by spending 1, or you could spend 1 or 2 to start cutting that resistance, or you can straight up buy them. You also don't have to do any of that, but those are your options for momentum spends here.
I would like to buy the resistance.
The piercing?
Yeah, I want to buy the
It's
piercing.
repeatable, ignore up to 2 resistance for this task. Do you want to buy 1 or 2? Take out all the resistance? Sorry, it's a 2 for 1, and there's 4 resistance right now.
Right.
And that's
No,
gonna
there's
come-
3. There's this
3
resistance.
3 resistance.
Thank you, sorry. Oh, never mind.
It's a difficulty 4 roll.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Because right now you have 6 on the.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Got it.
I'll get rid of all the resistance.
Cool. We're spending 2. There's no resistance.
And then what?
Then you tell him how much you just did.
Okay. 4 and then infect.
5 work.
That's 5 work on the track. You also get a breakthrough.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 2 breakthrough then.
Is it?
Oh no, it's 1.
No,
It's
just
1 breakthrough.
But you're halfway to.
halfway there.
Halfway there.
Yeah.
We can do this.
That's rad.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Breakthrough reduces the magnitude to 4.
Ready to go again?
Well done, guys. Yeah. Sing louder.
Oh, wait. It's
Lark, Mala, you see, you're actually working through, but you're noticing the chronotons, the particles in here, as you're working through it, you're watching the timer fluctuate.
Oh boy.
So you're watching it go from 6 minutes to like 20 seconds and then to 10 minutes. You're watching it kind of. It's almost like the bomb itself isn't a tempo. It's starting to occur to you that as you're working down the track, that this bomb is both moving forward and backwards through these chronotons.
So it could go off at any
minute.
time.
The only thing that's not changing is the work that you've done.
It's okay.
Make a
I
roll.
felt Talon's cold, cool, calm center, and Sage is singing to me. I'm okay right now.
And that difficulty goes down every time you get a breakthrough.
Okay.
So now it's difficulty 3.
Correct. Difficulty 3.
Okay, we got this.
And that's 1 interval.
Can I spend another momentum for the
guys are
3
doing
die
good.
again?
Sure. Yeah, so we're down to
Are we
2.
doing it
Or
again
down to
right
1,
now?
excuse me.
Or is it combat?
Actually, I'm going to roll d6.
Or
Oh yeah.
is it
Are we
back to
switching
them?
scenes? Or switching?
So now we're back to the top. What's the question?
Are we doing this again, or is it
Yeah.
back to them?
Or am I doing
Nope,
the
doing this
okay.
again.
Cool. All right,
I'm saying
ready?
that behind, they're holding the line behind you guys to make it possible to do this.
Control engine. This is the control
Yeah,
engineering.
control
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I apply a focus to this?
I'll let
Damage
you use
control, jury
use,
rigging?
I'll let you use jury rigging.
Okay. Okay. So that's 3 successes.
3.
3.
So, yeah.
All right.
That's what you
repeat.
needed.
All right,
That's
yeah.
what you needed.
No momentum, but
That's okay.
now roll.
3 successes. Now you get to roll your challenge dice.
Okay.
I was busy singing that
How
time.
many?
It's a new
2
action,
plus
so I'm
your
rolling a
engineering,
d6 to
right?
see how many
Yeah, so
intervals
6
have passed.
again.
6 again. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the clock.
Engineering plus 2.
Okay.
How many did the first interval get? Of the
There are
work track?
3 intervals passed in the first one.
Okay.
You guys lost 3 minutes in a matter of seconds.
Oh no, I mean how many on the work track though?
The work track is half done.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You still have 3
that okay?
resistance. So, and we've got 1 momentum.
We might just have to.
Guys, I don't know.
We might just have to
I guess you
bite
could.
this one in the butt, and then hopefully
We have to disarm a bomb. That
Yeah.
D6 is a lot of intervals.
Yeah. You want to re-roll?
Yeah. Or
Make a call.
take the resistance down. And then
Your call.
which one's more beneficial?
Depends how that roll goes.
I know, it does.
You can automatically ignore the 2 resistance. We have 1 momentum.
Right.
Or you can get between 0 and 4 by rolling those.
Resistance is probably your biggest enemy.
Yeah, I say get rid of the resistance and
I'll
then
get rid of the resistance.
Okay, we spend this.
All right.
Okay. So now it's just resistance is 1, right?
Yeah, the resistance
so
is
then
1.
it's 3.
So you've done 3 on the work.
So
track.
we've done 3 on the work track.
3 on the work track.
So
2 more?
2, yeah, 2 more.
Okay. So as you are disarming this thing, Mala, you see you're getting closer and closer. You're getting ahead of the curve. You can feel yourself. Oh my God, this is working. I've got this under control. And there's a flash in front of your face.
Trying to flash.
There's a white light suddenly, and all of you hear, it's a split second. It happens in the blink of an eye where all of you hear the roar of an explosion. And you kind of, Molly, your eyes, they're blinded for a second, but as you slowly start to open them up, you feel like as you kind of blinking away, everything around you has stopped. And you see in front of you, this thing you were disarming has detonated.
Yep.
And a temporal rift has begun to open, and it is frozen in time. And you're detecting chronoton particles all around you all of you. And you see this subspace rip just begin to flicker. And then all of a sudden, it almost envelops everyone as it starts to rip open. And for a second, you're certain death is coming. But instead, you see the outline of a human being stepping into the light in front of you. And at first you can't understand what you're looking at, but it looks like pure comic. You kind of blink in confusion as arriving in your field of vision, you see a human male, multicolored eyes, a strange haircut, bad teeth. He's wearing, looks like these bizarre jeans. He looks like a hoodlum from England. And hoisted up onto his shoulder is a mallet. And on that mallet, written across the top of it, it says,
oh my, tea time and brunch!
It says tea time. And he comes stepping down.
Yeah! I'm crying.
And almost like descending from a white staircase as time just comes screeching to a slamming halt. Oh my God. You find yourself standing in what looks like a somewhat primitive engineering room in the middle of a battle that seems to have frozen. There's a couple of people looking down at you from a catwalk overhead. They're also frozen. But in front of you, there are people who are animated that are staring at you with their mouths gaping open in stunned.
Who can see him? Who can move?
You can all move.
Am I at the? Are we at the feet of him?
Yes, you're looking up as he has stepped down. Holding this mallet looks like a strange amalgamation of technology kind of blended together. You've never seen anything like it.
Sage, are we dead?
I don't think so.
Who is that?
Are you a Q?
Oh, this smells like 24th century. What is this? Oh, hello. Oh, you're some weird looking people, aren't you? I'm so sorry. Introductions, who are you people?
Commander?
I'm Lieutenant. I'm there too, right?
Y'all are all unfrozen, yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Talon of the USS Sally Ride. Who are you?
Well, my name's the Master, and I just need a place to crash for a couple days. This seems nice.
Master, at that point, you realize behind you is a gravimetric chronotonic explosion taking place. And once time unfreezes, it's going to envelop the entire station and destroy everything.
Oh, who did that? I didn't do that. I don't think I did that.
Can you stop it?
I can't stop anything. Who are you people? Commander,
Chief Mullerin?
Chief Mullerin, yeah.
Lark, hi.
Lark,
Can I bop him with a crutch?
You can certainly try.
Great.
I think that's dreamy.
Hi.
Hi.
I need to protect my ship and my crew.
So right now, the absurdity of the moment, I would say, Janelle, you don't detect a threat. You detect spatial anomaly, universe crossover madness. The real threat is behind him, the explosion.
But he's annoying me.
But he's stepping on
Master,
my bomb.
you could actually, if you wanted to, bop that explosion.
What?
And which one is this one?
You see a teal alien with white hair wearing a hazmat suit for some reason, or an environmental suit with a smudge of blue.
Sorry about that.
And some Klingon blood. Dr. Shishiros.
Dr. Blue. I'm gonna take the hammer and nail.
No! Stop!
The explosion with brunch.
He flips the mallet over, it says brunch on the other side, and smashes. You see a ripple. And time. And you watch all the chronoton puffballs begin to siphon right back into this breach, and the warhead itself just.
I was about to boop him with my crutch, but instead, I just hold it out. Can you make mine do that?
Maybe.
And that's where we have to stop tonight's game. Next week. Next week.
I had literally no idea until the very last second. I know. I was like, oh my god, what?
I was scared.
It's like
I was excited.
Who am I forgetting in the
I've been sitting on Dr. Blue for like 5 minutes. I've just been like, I was like, Dr. Blue. That's all I
More
want.
Dr. Teal now. Dr. Teal.
Next week,
Oh my gosh.
for those of you who don't know, welcome Taliesin Jaffe, reprising his role as the Master from Eric's TBD RPG.
Oh my gosh.
Next week will be our Doctor Who crossover episode.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
As if for some of y'all don't know, we raised $2,000 in under 2 minutes. By the promise of this upcoming episode, we were trying to hit, what was it, 8K, and we ended up hitting 10. So, as our audience has demanded it, next week we will see some familiar faces and some familiar characters will be back. Will be back with us as the 24th century crosses into the Doctor Who universe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
It's good to be home, you guys.
I miss sitting at this table. This is such a hard accent to do now that I'm doing Irish.
Sometimes plant, sometimes blasty. Always suspicious of you.
So we're actually going to be wrapping a little bit early tonight so we can get prepped for Behind the Shield. Taliesin, you've got to get prepped for Gather Your Party.
I do have to get prepped for Gather Your Party.
So thank you so much for jumping in on this.
That was the best surprise ever. I was like, what's happening? Why is Taliesin? What is he
I was so mad at you. I was like, she's doing everything right. What are you doing?
I know.
I felt bad listening
really
from
hard
backstage.
I know.
on this bomb.
I know. You actually were doing quite well. That was I came up with a fucking difficult, extended task roll for that. That was I threw a lot at you on that one.
Yeah,
It's my mommy song.
My crew
Yeah.
best
doing
crew.
pretty okay.
You did pretty
That's
rad
what
on
they
that.
do.
You did pretty rad on that.
Thanks guys.
Yeah.
Thanks guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be
So
done.
We made a master. Good job.
You made it. What's the doodle?
So we'll have some reveals because there's a lot of questions. Now, y'all will probably, for real quick, just to go ahead and answer this right straight, you may have noticed that Talison's master is the one that was in the room when Rassilon was defeated in
Yeah.
2D RPG. Not to give too many spoilers away, but if you haven't caught it by now, guys, there's nothing I can do for you. So when we last left off, that universe supposedly had righted itself. So there's some questions as to why we're seeing this version of the master appear, yet here he is. Mystery abounds.
Oh boy.
So we're going to wrap a little early tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for Shielded Tomorrow. If this was confusing, tune in next week to find out what the hell's going on. And we will see you then. Until then, stay whimsical and hailing frequencies are closed.